The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, everybody, he's a macho savage. You're listening to Mike Trash, TrashTalkingRadio.com, the best in the business. So say it, the Macho King.
Wrestling fans throughout Radio Land, listen to Trash Talking Radio at TrashTalkingRadio.com. Every Tuesday from 7 to 10 o'clock, you hear guys like myself, the Ugandan Giant come on. And that's my story.
Using mere words to describe the Trash Talking Radio Show from 7 to whenever we get done is like using a screwdriver to cut roast beef. This is Lunella Sean, the other half of the Rock and Wrestling Connection. That's the trashy one and the loony one together forever.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ivan Koloff. I'm here to tell you about Mike Talking Trash. With the Trash, 7 to 10. Tuesday nights, you got to listen in. It's the best around, the best in town. Alright, hey, this is the Animal. One half of the World Famous Taking the Road Warriors. What you gonna do? If you know what's good for you, listen to Trash Talking Radio or else.
Everybody, you're watching Trash Talking Radio. This is Hulk Hogan. Hulk, what do you got to say about Trash Talking Radio?
Well, I gotta say that I just bought Trash Talking Radio. You're out of the picture, dude. This is my show, and you better watch because what you gonna do when Hulk Hogan's brand new Trash Talking Radio runs wild on you?
It is times like these that the world needs heroes and entertainment, and with that I give you the greatest live talk show known to mankind. With inflation being at its highest points, we need someone to show us the ways of good taking on evil, and someone who has the heart of Snow White and the strength of Thor. He, along with his sidekicks Trash's mate, also known as Trish, Trash's babe, known as Ashley, and Trash's roadie known as Cirillo. They will fight crime and make the world right once again. Please welcome me in a round of applause for the vital idol Class C Mike Trash. You may all be seated.
Trash Talking Radio Tuesday night. It's the best night of the week, and as we get into the Christmas season coming, whether or not we like it, yeah, well, that's basically how I feel too, but that's beside the point. We are back again, and with our normal staff is here. That's the first time in a while. Oh, I'm sorry. Now try it again.
Wow!
There you go.
Only been 1 week I missed. Holy cow!
Well, then she was off for a bunch of weeks.
She was off for
so
she's off all the time.
She has her extended vacation,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, but I have no excuse now.
Well, you never had an excuse. I mean, you had plenty of excuses, but no excuses.
Well, it would be if somebody didn't pick me up, but now I can't use that excuse.
Thank God.
No,
I'm sorry. Did I speak? I'm sorry.
Did
I say that out loud? I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? Oh,
but you see, now the thing is, she'll want to be here because she doesn't want to be home all the time.
Well, if that's one's home, that might be a different story.
No,
Christina.
he's at home right now.
I see Christina's in the room. But, hey, it's not that one. It's a different one.
No, I know.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. I don't even see us on the screen. You haven't even put us up yet.
Sure I did.
No.
You're on the screen. That's just behind. about 15, 20 seconds from now, it'll be up.
Okay.
We're that far behind. There's a really bad lag on this. It's like 30 seconds lag or something. It's really horrible. But if I wanted to edit, because we'll show up right around now. It'll come up.
No.
Coming up. It will. See?
There.
See, I told you.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah, we're behind. We'll be there.
I'm a little scared to see myself, though.
Yeah, we are every week.
I know.
Oh, shoot. I gotta move this.
Some of us have to see it every morning.
Yeah, well, that's
your problem.
I'll just remember that when I say bear on you.
All right, now, welcome to the show, everyone, and it's time to what?
We're about to go into the RIPs, right?
Yeah.
I got a scare because
you thought you were going to be one of them.
No, I got a scare, and it said something about Alan Jackson, and I was like, it indicated that Alan Jackson was dead.
He was a VJ for MTV, right?
And I was like, no, they can't be, because Alan Jackson's doing pretty well, and turns out that evidently a woman, an older woman that basically was a great Alan Jackson fan, who actually saw him at least 24 times, went up on stage, danced with him and everything. Her dying wish was to be her ashes spread on Alan Jackson's house, like, the yard and stuff. So it talks about that. I'm thinking, oh, okay, now it makes more sense. It goes into how the daughter actually met Alan Jackson, and they treated her very well, VIP and everything, and then turned her out that she got a chance to do exactly what her dying mother wishes, because Alan Jackson remembered her mother.
I thought he was going to say Alan Jackson was pulling the Clint Eastwood gimmick.
What's that? I don't know the Clint Eastwood gimmick.
That's
he's dead, but he's not dead.
Yeah, no, I thought for a minute there he was, and I'm like,
that would have been sad.
I was going to say I thought I had him on the pole too, and I'm like, what? So.
No, that's a tradition that Trish usually does when she sends me people who are alive that are supposed to be.
Well, I almost said it to you. That's why I was checking it out before I did it. I'm like, okay.
Hey, Jen's in the room too.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh shit, I got to do one of those.
We got Jen and we got
one of those.
I saw him live in concert, Alan Jackson. 4 seats that I got from Aunt
he's
Shirley.
a country singer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Very good country singer. My favorite country singer, actually.
Oh yeah. Who's your favorite rock singer?
You almost had
it's a band called Uncle Sam Band.
Oh, well, I heard they broke up.
Noser.
I heard they broke up. Now it's just the Mike Trash experience. So.
Well, I almost got Bear a call.
Why am I not hearing you?
I don't know.
You're talking. Talk.
I said I almost bought Bear a collar that was red, white, and blue.
There we go.
And I was like,
Right.
No, but you guess who won, though, at the collar? So picking the red, white, and blue collar, the Steelers, and then Penn State. You know who won?
Penn State.
Penn State won. So,
you better say hi to Jessie Joe. She's upset.
I didn't see her.
Yes, Mike doesn't even know I'm here.
Yeah, well, that's because you didn't wave or anything. How am I supposed to know?
She did say hi. I saw.
Oh, I was looking over here.
You were adjusting. You were playing with your knobs over there.
Let's not tell everybody my secrets.
Oh, sorry.
So anyway, hi Jessie Joe. It's good to see you, even though I don't really actually get to see her.
Well, she's in the chat room, so we're glad you're here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And I saw my sisters there. I see Jen's here. We've got a lot of people here that are, and of course I saw that Tina was in the chat.
I
didn't see Marcia though.
Not yet.
I'm very upset about that.
I talked to Mary, and Mary said eventually she may come in the room tonight.
Okay.
So I said that's
There's no
good.
admission tonight, so anybody can come in. They all come in free.
Is it the Cyber Monday special?
It's a Cyber Tuesday special.
Yep, Cyber Tuesday special. There you go.
Free. In fact, if you want to bring people, they're in free too.
Okay, that's cool.
And for every one you bring in, you get a free person on top of that you can bring in for free.
I thought for sure he was going to say for every person you bring in, I'll give you an extra 0.
No. But that's a good idea.
I got a question for you, though.
Okay.
What happened to the Buccaneers last week?
I don't know. I didn't because I didn't watch it. It could be what happened. I wasn't supporting them last week.
I think there's I did send you an article with the Browns quarterback marks on Tom Brady after Tom Brady lost to the Browns.
Oh, really?
I think I did send.
I think you did send me some. I think I saw. I didn't do anything. I don't think I have anything for football this week. I didn't.
You weren't feeling it?
I didn't see any games, so I felt really. I thought maybe we could just avoid that whole subject because I didn't know who wanted to.
My Steelers actually won this week.
Oh, well. It's
the sky better not be falling yet.
Just checking.
I've got my own vehicle now. My Steelers won.
Wow.
Look, it's coming up from the ground.
Holy cow.
Wait a minute, the shit's getting deep in here. I gotta roll up my pant legs.
It's like there's a pizza on the floor or something.
Yep. I
didn't understand why she didn't eat it.
Like you said, she's full. She had 2 hamburgers. And
I'm telling you, she's trying to lose weight.
When the Cowboys won.
We won't go there.
Yep,
the Eagles won.
I know, they almost blew that.
The Eagles won against the Packers.
So you're telling me that all of your teams won and mine lost?
That is correct.
It's because I didn't watch. If I would have watched, it would have worked.
But see, if all of our teams would have lost and yours would have won, you would be doing the same thing.
Not really, because I didn't watch anything, so I wouldn't have known. You could have told me anything, and you could be lying anyway. So I don't know.
I know.
Look it up.
I don't have time. I'm a busy man.
All I
got my
know
tools
is
here.
I can't stand.
Boobs. Boots.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's in my defense, the monitor is pretty far away, and it's pretty small type. I thought, what in the world?
I mean, you can make it bigger.
Oh, that just sounds wrong.
I'm not good at that. I mean, I'm good at my own, but making another one.
Yeah,
let's just say we have the men in this room have other women do that for them.
What?
Yeah. Well.
Huh? Who?
Hey, I could always go to my backup.
Who's your backup?
Left or right?
Lefty. Righty.
That's my second backup.
Mine's on strike. So anyway, let's get on with the show.
Yeah, let's do that.
It sounds like a good time to move on. Besides, Jessie Jo put her boots on. Boots on.
All right.
Her boots are made for walking.
Whoop, what'd I do? Oh, I never hit that. Why did I do that? That's stupid. Just revealed my secrets. I got a couple things on entertainment. I'm going to be in a movie this week. I'll talk about that later.
Okay.
That's coming up. I'll show you one of my auditions from this week. From yesterday, actually.
Okay.
So I got a couple of things that I'll be showing you this week. I saw 2 movies this week.
Wow.
I was debating whether to see a movie today, but he said, no, I have to.
Did you buy that ticket? Did you buy the pass?
I don't know if I can get that because I am a member before.
Why can't you?
I don't know.
You should be able to.
It's not giving me the opportunity unless I go in there and basically try.
Because you can start and stop it at any time. So.
Well, I have a membership from when they had it a long time ago, so I think it's actually doing the points on there.
Well, the points are different from the membership though.
Yeah, it says I still have 9 free passes, and I'm afraid to try it.
Well, give them to me.
Well,
They check them. Oh, they're on the phone.
Yeah.
We're just. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I'll go to the York Theater.
That's where I went. I went to York.
I'll go to York and see if it works.
Because you get to relax in the nice, comfy chairs and.
Yep.
I may start going
I went
to York.
to
What the
the
heck?
Camp Hill AMC.
Nope. The reason being, they don't have the comfy chairs.
I understand that,
The
but
comfy chairs are more important to me than anything else.
yes, but that was the one that was showing it at the time that I could go.
That's not my fault. It's not my fault that your timing is so bad.
I did. The thing with it is, though, I looked and
Did you go to a movie?
out there.
Yes, I went
All
to a
right.
movie.
Well, then when we get to that, we'll both talk about movies then.
Okay.
All right. Let's get this thing moving.
I didn't really say anything.
Did you
I
not
wanted
hear
to see
when I was talking to Christine upstairs? I told her.
Huh?
I told her that I went and saw a movie, and what movie I saw.
Well, that's because you like her better than me.
That's right. Yep.
I'm starting to think there's something going on there.
Well, maybe I knew we were going to talk about movies, so I was waiting for here.
I like my thoughts better.
I think she just likes Christine better than you, Mike.
Well, who doesn't? Yeah. Really, I mean, Christine's a nice person, so there's no way that you can't not like her better. I mean, geez. All right. Anyway, all right, let's go forward. We have 2 deaths. Two. No waiting in line. 2 deaths. 2. Which one should we do first? I guess we'll do. Now, all 3 of you, I think, sent me this one. So, and I saw it myself. So all 4 of us saw
and
this
that
one.
means you have to talk about it.
I'm gonna. And then I think me and you sent me the second one.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. First one. And actually, someone else from VIP also sent me this one, too. So everybody was sending me this one. Clarence Gilliard Jr., diehard Walker, Texas Ranger, actor, and university professor, dies at 66. That is so young.
Yeah, 66.
This is freaking me out a little bit, because he looks like he's, well, I mean,
he looks like he's in very good shape.
But that picture could be from 20 years ago. We don't know that.
Yeah,
he looks a lot younger than he looks a lot younger than 66. Anyway, he died at 66. University of Nevada, Las Vegas, announced the actor's death Monday. He is a prolific actor, best known for his pivotal series long role on Walker, Texas Ranger, and is seen stealing turns as Theo. What?
I'm talking to Cheyenne.
All right. Don't get old,
girl.
That has to be an old picture because I've got his picture.
Yeah, I would think that. Okay, I reached my article limit.
Oh.
Well, I didn't even know I had an article limit, so you're not going to let me finish this, you bastards. Anyway, he died. I guess we can do it a different way if you're going to be a prick on this. Let's see here. Let's see, how do I do that? I could do it this way, probably. Let's try sending this through and see if it... Now I need to hurry up and grab his name. Come on, let me... Oh, you're not going to let me have it? Oh, wait. Fuck. There we go, search. Okay, wait a minute. Did I grab... Oh, I did grab his Wikipedia, so... All right, there's Clarence Gilliard. Okay, we can use this one. This one will work. I'm going to have to watch... I want to watch... One of these days, I really do want to sit down and watch all the diehards next to each other, including the Christmas one, and just kind of, because I remember I used to love those things, and in fact, Pam and I saw them all together, and they stopped making them before she died, so we saw them all together, and they were actually a lot of fun. Even the last one, which wasn't as nearly as good, was still good, because the nostalgia.
I'd like to know when I'm coming over to watch the Rockies.
I do want to do that. I did actually mention it to Christine.
Yeah.
So, and I did.
I'm off Mondays and Tuesdays, so I know Mondays.
Well, that's why I write the show. I'll probably want to do it on a weekend.
I'm off on weekend.
And be done before 2 o'clock. Then I'm good.
Anne remembers them. And
so.
Yeah, he was. Oh man, I'm sorry about that. I burped. Try not to burp in your ears. Anyway, hopefully I didn't do this. Oh, you freaking hate that when it doesn't translate into Facebook. So I have to go into Facebook, and then I have to post it. Oh, jeez. Oh, believe me, he bothers me. He even sent me a message today. Before the show, of course, and he doesn't understand why I just don't answer him. Could be because you
don't see it.
He'll call. He'll do it at 3 a.m. sometimes, and I'm just so. I'm over it. I'm over him. Anyway, because he always. Did you see this movie? Did you see this? Oh, I saw this movie. I'm going to this movie. I don't really care. And then his famous. I love acting. That's he always answers it. That's how he ends his stuff. I love acting. Well, so what? I do too. but that doesn't mean I have to tell everyone. And how much have you done acting-wise? I don't know.
I'll bet he hasn't been in a video.
He says he had a SAG card at one time, and if he had a SAG card at one time, he did more than I did already because I don't have a SAG card. I'm working on it, but I, haven't gotten that far. Anyway, all right, let's see. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I got his Wikipedia, too. Here's his Wikipedia. Let's see. He was in Top Gun in 1986, The Karate Kid Part 2. He was in Die Hard, then Theo, he was Theo in Die Hard. In Karate Kid, he was GI number 1. Left Behind the movie, Left Behind 2, The Tribulation Force, Little Monsters, The Beast, Perfect Race, and he has a new one coming out called The Driver. He also was in Different Strokes. He was in Making the Grade, Chips. There you go. He was in Punch. He was Officer Benjamin Webster.
Yep.
The Duck Factory, Riptide, Simon & Simon, LA Takedown, Walker, Texas Ranger from 93 to 2001, Walker, Texas Ranger 3, Deadly Reunion, Sons of Thunder, Walker, Texas Ranger Trial by Fire, which was 2005, Christmas on the Coast, Eleanor's Bench. So that's his. Oh, that one's to be released. So he was working up till he died, I guess.
Well, if acting kills you,
Says Gilliard was married twice and had 6 children. His first marriage, Catherine Dutko, ended in divorce, and he married his second wife, Elena Castilla, in 2001. And he served as a consultant of the Communications Committee of the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops. After a long illness, he died in November 2022.
Wow.
At the age of 66. So, all right. Oh, there's a current picture of him.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he aged pretty good. That looks distinguished.
Of course.
I wish my hairline looked distinguished. I guess if I did a beard, it would probably be like that. Thank you. I didn't if I told you.
She lost 11 pounds in the last couple of months.
Congratulations.
Yep.
That's, I've lost weight this year, too. So I'm actually fairly happy where I'm at, but, if I lose a couple pounds more, it'll keep my doctor off my case. Last couple of times I went in, I was ready to hear that, yeah, you look great, your stats look great, now we just have to work on that weight. Last 2 times he didn't have to say that. I like that. So, anyway.
I'm still trying to figure out where the 30 pounds I lost went.
Good question, and
it can stay off.
All right, the other person, first off, I know you know, because you know and I know. Do you know and you know who the other person is?
I don't think so.
Fame, I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna learn how to fly high. Hey, you did that one time, too.
Nope, she
just
doesn't
know. You probably, how old was she? She wouldn't have been born yet, right? Yeah, you wouldn't have been
She wasn't even thought of.
You weren't even thought of. You don't have to cheat.
Cheyenne, if you're taking the seat, then you want to play for him.
She knows. She already told me. She's the one who told me.
Well, no, she should play his game for him.
She told me. She should have told you. Flashdance.
Ashley, see Irene Cara.
Yeah, I mean, it's up on the screen. I mean, you can see it.
Yeah, but I'm not looking at the screen. I'm trying to play this game for him.
Oh, you're playing a game on my time.
That's him. That's him. That's all him.
It must not be all him. Must not. It's not all him. You're playing. That means it's all you.
Because he told me to. Because he had to go to the bathroom.
Who is your boss?
There's even a hi Cheyenne in the chat room.
Cheyenne?
Hey, Cheyenne.
She was at the doctor's Friday. She got her shots.
Oh.
So she's all good for the shots. The only problem is we still didn't do her toenails or anything. So we got the stuff to do the toenails. It's just scary because neither of us have.
Well, I have Dr. Moore coming in for Bear.
Well, you don't have to worry about the toenails yet.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Oh, no. Anyway, all right. Now, as soon as this disappears.
Yeah, she's going to help me with the dewormer medicine and...
Oh, look, another Hi, Cheyenne.
Hey, you even got a Hi, Cheyenne from Jizzy Joe.
All right, Irene Cara, the singer-actress best known for starring in and belting the title tracks from the 1980s movies Fame and Flashdance, has died at 63. That's just entirely too young. Man, it's crazy. She died at her Florida home, and her publicist Judith Moose, who announced the news of Cara's social media on the Cara's social media account on Saturday, said the cause of death was currently unknown. She's just dead. So anyway, yeah, that was one of the biggest movies of our early of that time.
Yep.
And it did a lot better than anybody ever imagined. Yep, you lost your chair.
Move your feet, lose your seat.
Here, you want pizza?
She's like, no, let me alone. Let me alone. I don't want to do.
You gotta give her a treat now.
Move your feet, lose your seat.
Yeah, well, I'll go home. I don't care. I got my car. Don't matter. She can do the rest of the show. Keep the show for Mike.
Here we go. Here we go, puppy dog. Get that.
That would have been funny if we would have landed on the chair.
Get it. You know what? You're not going to eat it now?
Well, she didn't eat the rest of her pizza.
That's true.
It did go on the chair. It did go on the chair.
She's funny.
Maybe you'll do better.
Anyway, so Irene Cara is the other one that died. So now we move on to the next thing, the movies. I went to 2 movies this week. How many did you go to? You said you went. Wait, who said they went? You went.
She did.
You went. What'd you go see?
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
That was a good movie.
It was.
Did you see the first one?
No.
Kids of today, they want to skip over the... The first one was probably just as good as the second one.
But I know somebody who did see the first one. No.
That doesn't
help you.
That doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't help me. But he did say, he said he liked it. He said that he didn't think it was going to end the way it did.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I would agree with him. I was not expecting it to end the way it did. But the way that it ended, it left a wide open mark for the next one.
He did say that, yes.
And so that was good. I didn't dislike the way it ended.
At least that's 3 people out of 4 in this room that has seen the Black Panther. Someone hasn't.
Wonder who that could be.
Cheyenne?
Oh, yeah. Well, Cheyenne did see it.
Must be Cheyenne then, but yeah.
Cheyenne saw it.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay. Then,
Cheyenne sees everything.
Yeah, well, see, I'm too busy on the weekends.
What are you doing on the weekends?
Everything I can't get done during the week.
I'm going to be honest, Mom. I was this close to calling you and asking you if you wanted to join.
Depends on what day it was, because remember, I have a puppy now.
Oh, boy. That's a big excuse for everything. I know, because I've used it.
It was Saturday.
Yep, I have a puppy.
I'll tell you, that thing takes up a lot of time, and I mean, I knew it would, but I'll tell you what.
Well, that's because you got a new one. You didn't even get the used models. I got a used model.
That's what I'm saying. I was trying to tell her to get the used model, but no, someone insisted on it was born on my couch, and I fell in love with it, and I said, you realize a puppy's a hell of a lot of work. And she goes, I don't care, I love her.
And do you hear me complaining?
Yeah.
Who's the one that gets up in the middle of the night with them?
Yeah, and then let me see. There goes our. We had a date night. That lost that.
Way to go.
We had a. Let me see.
So the date night was with a dog.
Yeah. We had a sex life. There goes that. I mean, come on now. I mean, I lost everything.
Well, there is another room.
I didn't say that out loud.
Say what?
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, there is another room that
I'm going to remind him that I am on the air.
I lost a lot of things when Bear came.
Well, that's life.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, and you want to know something about the movie? I paid for it.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Be getting snow, Mike?
Yeah, it's inside.
Is there snow in the forecast?
Ian, help
what
me.
the hell?
I think I'm having a heart attack.
Yeah, I think I'm having a heart
It
attack
was
too.
my idea to take him. It was actually a surprise. I just told him, "Come on, let's go. We're
I think she
going
might
somewhere."
keep this one a while.
We'll see.
Are we taking bets?
Why don't we do that? Last time I lost, though. Last time I didn't do too well. I'm going to say.
Are we taking bets? Okay, we'll
Okay,
take bets.
at what point are we starting right now?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so
Yeah,
from
sure, why
now,
not?
from the end of November, I'm going to say. Shoot, 6 months didn't last very well.
Yeah.
What do you know?
I'm going to go a year. I'm going to go a
I
year.
was going to go a year, but okay,
Yeah.
you can go a year.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm going to go a year and a half.
A year and a half. Damn it, I was going to go. All right, I'm going to be the negative person. I'm going to go 9 months. So I got 9 months or lower.
I got the 9 months above to a year. All right.
All right, somebody gonna write this down so we all and boy, you're really thinking that how long were the other ones? How long were you with
Donnell?
Huh? No.
Donnell.
Well, those weren't even that long.
No, Donnell was the security officer.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, I was with him for almost 2 years.
What? You weren't exclusive with him then. You were
She
exclusive.
had the airplane pilot.
What's that? Chad, what?
He doesn't count, okay? He doesn't count.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think she was exclusive with him.
Who, the airplane pilot?
Well, the airplane pilot. That one was.
That was
too
That was a
good to be
mistake.
true. No, that was a good one. I like that one best of all, actually. But I think he was my plane pilot out there when I went to Los Angeles. Anyway.
There, I got it.
All right. Oh man, you got to give him up in say 9 months or less.
Well, I mean, be honest with
This
you.
shit, I don't know.
No,
Well, he does everything for her, so.
yeah, really.
Well, that's what I'm
Ask
saying.
him if he needs a guy friend too. I wouldn't mind having someone that does everything for me.
Ask him if he can loan us $2,000.
2,000.
No, he's already paying back a loan from his godbrother. That's what we used to get the car.
Yeah, we have to get the rest of the ductwork on the furnace finished. And
Oh, you didn't get that done yet?
No, we
And
need.
mind you, he gave you $80.
Wait, that's not mine. Jesus Christ! Everybody thinks it's mine. It ain't mine.
You have it right. It's in your pocket right now.
Yeah, but it ain't mine.
Let me see. Somebody commented on the show. I just want to see what they said. Or commented on a show. Oh, okay. Christine commented. Not Christine, the other one. Anyway, Tina. Let's say Tina for her and Christine for the other. All right. So the two. What did you see? Which one did you see?
she saw Black Panther.
Black Panther. I saw the menu, which I'll tell you what. That was a really bizarre movie. What do you mean? Did you see it?
I saw the poster.
Oh, well, it's nowhere. I mean, it is like I had no idea what it was about, and when it was over, I was like, "Wow, that was a mind mess up." I didn't know what to expect. It just it was really good though.
Yeah, because whenever I saw the poster of it there at Regal, they were talking about it, and I was like, okay.
It's really weird.
Does it
I
leave
liked
you
it.
thinking? Is that?
You have to watch it.
Yeah, there's no. I can't even get a description because it was so. It's about a really exotic chef.
Which one did you see? I'm sorry.
He was the chef, the menu.
Oh, okay.
And he has his staff and everything. They're very loyal to him, and he gives you an exquisite, one-of-a-kind meal. That's all I'm going to say. It doesn't sound exciting by that, but I guarantee you'll be intrigued. How about that? That's the best way. It's not at all anything you would have expected. That's the best way I can say.
There is a movie that's coming out that I do want to see.
And what is that?
They're making a live action The Little Mermaid. I saw it as a preview when I went to see my movie.
You 14 or what? How old are you?
That's,
The only way I would be interested in that is if it was an X-rated. Because I actually wouldn't, I'm curious as to how it would be with a mermaid. It'd be
sounds fishy to me.
Really wet.
But there's
moist. It would be moist.
I forget, but there's a couple other ones too that I would like to see.
And the other one I saw was called, and you want to see this one. It's called Devoted.
Yep.
It's a really, 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 really good movie.
Well, if we had our date night, we could do that, but no.
It's a movie based on a real thing that happened.
Well, maybe some Monday night I can get a puppy sitter.
Anyway, it's a pretty good movie about the Korean War. Yeah, it was the Korean War, and a black pilot, aviation pilot, in that. And this is a true story, so it was really, really good. And at the end, it was really. I can tell you, there wasn't a dry eye in the house. So, no, except mine. My eyes were dry. But it was really good. So that was the other one was called Devoted. So I'm going to pull that up here.
And I bet you Olivia Newton-John was starting to sing "Hopelessly Devoted to You."
It was about, this movie was awesome. It was about hold on here. Here it is. It's about an American biographical war film based on a 2015 book, Devotion, an epic story of heroism, friendship, and sacrifice. And it talks about the comradeship between officers Jesse Brown, he was black, and Tom Hutcher during the Korean War. It's directed by J.D. Dillard, and basically talks about racism in that time frame, but that's not really everything it's about. It's about this about Jesse being a hero, and I just think it was really good. I liked the movie a lot.
Joe Jonas is in it.
I guess, I don't know.
He was the one that played Marty.
I'm trying to think which one. In either case, it was definitely a good movie, and actually it was based on a lot of true stuff. In fact, Elizabeth Taylor was in the movie. Not as Elizabeth Taylor,
right,
but somebody played Elizabeth Taylor in the movie, and that was the best part of the whole movie. It was pretty cool. So, yeah, that was fun. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you is I'm going to be in a movie called Ice Prison. And I am going to be December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. I'm not sure if I'm going to be there all 3 days, 1 day, 2 days, whatever. And it's filming in Scranton.
Nice.
So I'm going to have a credit for this year, besides Pawn Stars.
Good.
So that's good. In fact, it's really cool because the guy was like, "We're not paying for travel." I said, "I don't care." But they are paying. They're paying me, and it looks like it could be an interesting movie. I mean, the idea of Ice Prison. I mean, I don't have any idea what the movie's about, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
But he sent me an email saying, "Do I know how to play poker?"
Yes, I do.
And I said, "Well, I'm not a big poker player, but I know how to play poker. I'm not a great poker player, but I know how to play." I said, "I'm more of a blackjack person, but I can play poker." So I don't know if that means that's how I get my money, is I have to play poker for it. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. And I also did an audition for diabetes.
Oh, nice.
No, I'm not pro-diabetes or anything,
right,
but yeah, and I could actually show it to you if I wanted to. Let me see. What is this? I can't see what that is. It doesn't even make sense. I don't know what that is. That's something. I know that, but it should be interesting, this movie, because this is a real production company. It's not like the pilot I was in where they were doing everything in odd not doing a lot of scenes, like one scene every couple months. This is a real production, so it should be pretty good. And so we'll see how that goes. What else was there to tell you? I wanted to see. Oh, so there's 3 Regals in this general area between Lebanon, York, and Harrisburg. And we used the York Lebanon because I get those comfy seats there. And then we decided we're going to see a second movie. So I put in the second movie, and then I went out to have them check it in. They said, this isn't for our theater. Oh! So it took me a long time to get it switched over to the other theater, but I couldn't get to see the movie I wanted to see because that was in up here, and I would have had to get up here in 10 minutes from York, and that wasn't going to happen. So I saw.
Oh, I thought your car flew.
Well, not that quick.
Okay.
So I ended up seeing this the what I call it was
Devotion.
Devotion, yeah. So, and I wanted to see the Devotion anyway because I saw previews on it. It looked pretty good, but we were going to see a I forget what the other movie was called. I don't know. It was something we really wanted to see though, and I guess it's not that important because I don't remember what it was. All right, next thing. Oh, what an idiot! He's still sending me messages. Carl, just stop. Do not talk to me on Tuesdays because I don't ever answer you. Anyway, next. Since I don't know what it was that was supposed to be, I don't want to delete it because it could be something I actually did want to talk about. All right, here we go. All right. Now we're going to get into Cirilla Town because he did almost all the stuff on entertainment. This was, I had to look.
Thankful I'm doing my job.
No, I'm not criticizing. I thought it was awesome. When I don't have to do all the work, it's awesome. I can't. He said, text me when done. Stop! Do you not understand? I'm not going to text you when I'm done. I never initially text you about anything. Anyway, so a long time ago, Henry Cavill, who played Superman, stopped playing Superman. And he was tired of being Superman. Now, I personally think he made a good Superman, and I hated to see him go because I didn't want to see another Superman. I really thought he was, the best since Christopher Reeves. I liked his Superman. Anyway, I guess he must have wanted to come back when there was something that Dwayne Johnson was working on, and says Dwayne Johnson calls out Warner Brothers inexcusable decision not to bring back Henry Cavill. Anyway, so it looks like we're going to see Henry Cavill back as Superman. Now, is it getting to be old there now? Because he's been Superman. That was probably, I would say 30 years ago, or at least 20 years ago. So, but he still looks good. And so he's going to end up in, like when they had him in the end of Suicide Squad, except it wasn't him. They covered his face so you didn't know it wasn't him. And there was another time that they were doing some DC comic that he made a cameo that he wasn't in that one either, but they showed his body and stuff. So he's going to make a comeback, and we'll get to see him. And it's good because I think we're also going to see, what's his name? The guy that played Batman that I liked. Matt Damon and what's his face? What's the other guy's name? That did Good Will Hunting.
I don't.
What's his name?
Unfortunately, I'm lost, but
hold on.
I've never.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, yeah. So he's going to be playing Batman again. So we're going to see a whole bunch of neat stuff coming out with if Henry Cavill and what's his face is Batman. I think it'll be pretty. I think we'll be seeing
what's
some
his
good
face?
stuff.
Boy, he's probably referring to you the same way.
He does.
So what's his face?
It's a running joke between us, It's a running joke. I really want to see those guys in their places, because Ben Affleck really did a good job of being. I really have my doubts whether or not he was going to pull it off, and I think he may have been one of the top Batman that we've had. So I wouldn't mind having him playing Batman again.
I can see the credits. Batman, what's his face?
Credited by my name.
Uh-huh.
What's his face's favorite Batman?
It's what's his face.
But I don't know who my favorite Batman is, because we've had a lot of good Batman.
Yeah.
So I
think I'll stick with the olden times and go with Adam West. I'm sorry. I mean,
but that's different.
No, it's not
it
different.
is.
I mean, yeah, you have the new era, but I like
No.
the old era. I'm sorry.
See, you don't understand. It's not. Adam West was the new Batman.
Mm-hmm.
The original Batman was dark and all that. They were the comic books were never lighthearted like that. They were really dark. And so the reason that they used Adam West is they didn't think that the people would like a dark Batman. And so they made him into a comical Batman. But the bottom line is that lasted, I think, 3 years on TV.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the original Batman would have done well as a dark Batman.
Yeah.
But the original Batman, the stuff that we see, all the different Batman we've seen over the years are close to the comic books, especially the Christopher Nolan Batman. They were real dark. And the last Batman with what's his name was real dark. I can't remember. You got him up
Ben
there.
Affleck.
No, not to him. That was a good Batman. Christian Bale was an awesome
Val
Batman. Robert Pattinson.
Okay.
That was the newest one. He was really dark. I mean, him and Christian Bale were really dark. The other ones were a little more.
Michael Keaton, I think, was good. Clooney was good.
But they were one time. I'm talking about the Christian Bale told a story over 3 movies, and it was really good. The Ben Affleck was over a series of movies too, and that actually was a series where he killed Superman. That was Batman versus Superman, and that was really, really good. But you got to be able to sit there and say, okay, this Batman did this and this one did this. Why did I like that movie or didn't like that movie? They each have their own good things. Yeah. A lot of them, some of them, like the stuff that the Christopher Nolan stuff was really dark, but then the Robert Pattinson was really dark, was even darker. So it's kind of like you have to judge them on their own merits. You can't really compare them because they're not comparable apples to apples. So anyway, all right. What was I talking about? Oh, Dwayne Johnson.
About Dwayne Johnson and
now, speaking of superheroes, you saw Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Suicide Squad?
No.
Did you see Suicide Squad?
Yes.
Oh, of course you did, because Harley Quinn was in it. Okay. There was somebody in one of the Suicide Squads, the first Suicide Squad, called Deadeye.
Yes.
With Will Smith.
Yes.
He's being replaced.
What?
Uh-oh.
They're saying,
Who are they replacing him with?
I didn't get a chance to fully go into it, but they said Will Smith is coming out with another movie, or has come out with another new movie, and he's afraid of people not watching it.
See, the thing is, Hollywood may have a problem with them, but John Q. Public, we don't care.
Yep.
I don't care that he slapped the idiot that made fun of his wife. I don't care about that.
Yep.
Chris Rock.
Yeah. Yep.
It's all under the bridge. I mean, people are chastising him. Well, you don't throw away a guy's career over a slap. You just don't do it. They've already kicked him out of the whatever that was, and he's already still working because he has his own production company. They're not going to stop him. They can't stop him from working. But, you know, I just think, let's forget about it. We're bigger than that, okay? He was punished. He was taken out of, kicked out of the, whatever it was. We don't even care what it is, because we don't care about those awards. You know, that's just, it's stupid. You know, I can't think that he's being replaced by somebody that I like, but I don't know how they're going to do it, because in the last Suicide Squad, Idris Elba was in that, but he was in it as somebody else. Well, now I understand he's going to be the next Deadshot. Okay. How do you do that? You just put out one not too long ago where Idris Elba is in it, and now he's going to become Deadshot. I mean, couldn't you pick? Isn't there any other black guys that
Morgan Freeman's too old.
Yeah,
Earl Jones has too deep of a voice.
Could you see? It'd be like Darth Vader saying, you know, "I'm out to shoot the man." You know, he has this deep voice. Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
So was I.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I'm Deadshot. What do you think?
Yeah, go
Luke,
for it.
I am your father.
Anyway, I don't know. I just think they should let him play Deadshot. I just don't think it's that big of a deal. Everyone's over it. You know, he slapped him one time. Big deal. I mean,
that was how long ago?
That was.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How long ago was that? And they're still talking about it.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, it's like, come on, get over it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You know, I mean, I think it's like one of those, you know, it's in the past, leave it in the past.
Well, people got less time in jail for shooting somebody than they're doing for him just to slap somebody.
March 27th of this year.
Was that this year?
Yeah.
Still. It's still stupid.
It's almost a year later.
It's still stupid. He slapped a guy. He didn't hit him. He didn't take him down. He didn't break his leg. There were no bruises on the guy. I mean, and I still believe it might have been a setup. I believe that it may have been that Chris Rock knew it was coming. Personally, I just think that that's just blown out of proportion.
I would almost think you had to know it because, okay, he made a comment about his wife, and then all of a sudden he gets up out of the chair. What do you expect him to do?
Now,
Like, you know,
on the flip side, Chris Rock said he didn't know anything about his wife being
her condition.
Yeah, that he was just making fun of her lack of hair. But many black women have no hair up there because they shave it down. I saw that. I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about that or not.
I want to see it earlier.
Well, usually they have extensions too.
Yeah.
And do different things.
But I dated a black girl, and she wore wigs all the time, and I never knew it. I mean, I suspected because, you know, but I don't know. Anyway, I think it should be put to rest, and put him in the ring and let him box it out or something. Let him.
But all of that,
but they both forgave each other,
right?
You know?
And they're taking all this stuff away from him, but yet.
Well, let's talk about the things he did that were right. He went out there and made the world aware of CTE. I mean, how many people knew about CTE before he did that movie? He's done a lot of good for the movie industry, and to take everything away for one, if it is real, one lack of judgment, you can't take that all away for one thing. Just stupid. Those are the things that irritate. In fact, maybe I'll just not go to Hollywood again. I'll do that in protest.
Yeah.
Until next time. All right. This next one, I know you sent me this. I think you sent me this. I don't think you sent me this one.
Oh, you're slacking, Ashley.
But I was going to send it. I was going to use it anyway. But I know you sent me, and I think you sent me, and I think I had it already. I'm giving you credit, but I put a C next to all the ones that you gave me, and I put a T next to yours, and I put an A next to the one that you gave me. No, you gave me 3, I think. Anyway, Hall of Famer Ricky Steamboat returns for one last match, and I'm thinking, what the freak is that guy thinking? He's 70.
Yep.
Now, when I saw him last, he looked pretty good for 68 or 69 whenever I saw him. But still, he's been out of the ring for 12 years. I don't know that that's a good idea. And by the way,
Well, he probably thinks if Flair can do it, he can do it.
Yeah, well, Flair can't do it.
I know.
Flair passed out in that match a couple times. I don't know. Because, I mean, Flair was an active wrestler all the way up until pretty much he wrestled up until he did that last match. But he didn't do long matches. And he looked horrible. I loved it, but he looked horrible. But I loved it for the nostalgia. And people are going to go to it because it's nostalgic. And hopefully he's not in a singles match. I mean, the tag team match is good. You put two younger guys in there, let them do the work, and let the older guys go in there and do a couple things. That's fine. But I just have a feeling somebody's going to die yet because they're older guys. They shouldn't be doing that. And Ricky Steamboat's doing work for AEW, I think now.
Oh, nice.
So. He's coaching and doing stuff like that. I think he is because I think I saw him down there. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Other than I think he's crazy for it. I think now he's one of the nicest guys we've ever interviewed. I know when we had him on the show, it was awesome talking to him because the guy just. You know, he's just awesome. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Steamboat is the centerpiece of Big Time Wrestling, Return of the Dragon show, which airs on Fight. Only 3 months before turning 70, he's teaming with FTR. Okay, there we are. Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, so it's going to be a 6-man. And Jay Lethal, Brock Anderson, who is Arn Anderson's son. He looks just like him, too, by the way. He wrestles like him, too. And a mystery opponent. You know what? I would want to see that because I.
Wait a minute! I thought you were the mystery opponent. Sorry.
I'm gonna have a close-up.
Sorry.
Jeez, can't keep anything out of it. It's gonna be in the rags now. Everyone's gonna. Anyway, the match, which takes place at Dorton Arena in Raleigh, marks Steamboat's first in a dozen years. I think I can entertain the crowd if they do it right and
if they tell the story, it'll work.
But the thing of it is, isn't it not really all about entertaining the crowd? It's about, surviving at that age or something?
It is. No, I think it is too. It depends how they do the match. He's gonna have two people on his side, so he doesn't have to wrestle the whole match. He doesn't even have to wrestle a third of the match. And all they got to do is let him do a couple of his key spots. Now, I will tell you, I saw an interview with Steamboat talking about his match that everyone talked about when we used to do wrestling, the Steamboat versus Randy Macho Man Savage match. And he told me that Randy had, now in your typical match you don't have this many moves, okay? But they had 237 moves that he had to remember what the sequence of was. And I was like, holy cow! I have a hard time remembering my spots, and mine were little spots, You just grab a leg here, you punch here, you should choke here, whatever.
Also, now you're admitting it.
No, when they choke here, not me. I said when you choke here. I'm a good person. I don't cheat.
Oh, shit.
And anyway, so I don't know. It'd be kind of funny. It would be interesting to watch whatever the match ends up being. So I would like to see. I guess I would like to see this because I don't know, nostalgia more than anything.
Yeah.
By the way, I mentioned a couple weeks ago that I started watching Tales of the Territories.
Yes.
And I know you don't have these channels. So I'm going to tell you this right now. You got to watch Tales of the Territories.
Okay.
It's on YouTube.
Nice.
Just put in Tales of the Territories. You'll get to see all these things. It's awesome. Because, it talks about the Lawler versus Lotka.
Okay.
Andy Kaufman.
Okay.
They talk about that whole angle, and they talk about like they did. Do you remember this stuff? Do you remember hearing about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
You learn about what it really was, and at the end of the whole thing, after Kaufman had passed away, Kaufman's parents contacted Jerry Lawler, and Kaufman never cashed any of the checks.
Oh wow.
did an angle where he got injured in the ring, and Jerry Lawler said, "Tell him to get out of the ring," and he said, "No, call me an ambulance." And Jerry said, "An ambulance costs $1,200." And he goes, "Don't matter, I'll pay for it." So he paid for the ambulance and stayed in the hospital for I think for at least a week. And he paid the whole bill out of his pocket, not Lawler. I'm talking Kaufman paid the whole hospital bill out of his own pocket just to show the audience that he was hurt. He wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
He spent the whole week in the hospital telling the hospital he was hurt, and they couldn't find where he was hurt.
Right.
The guy was a nut, but he loved the wrestling business that much. See, that would have been me, because you know how often I've done that stuff. Sometimes it was insane. Like it was funny because some people say like, "Oh, you're not going to drive 3 hours for being in this film." I said, "Yeah, I am. I've driven a lot of times. I've gone like, even when we went to New York every month, that's 6 hours one way." Mm-hmm. That's no big deal for me. I mean, it is now a little more because I'm a little older, but I don't have to be as busy and don't have to be as rushed as I was then. Now I'm too old to enjoy it. Anyway, all right, so that's that. But I'll probably try to check that out as soon as I can on that, because I think I'd like to see Ricky. All right, then we got. What else we got here? Oh, okay. I probably should wait for him on this one because he'll appreciate this. So I'll go to the next one and wait till he comes back for this one. All right, here we go. I think you sent me this one. Jay Leno's first time back since the suffering with the burns. Did you send me that?
I think so.
I think you did.
I sent you a few.
Well, I have it as. I forgot to put T on there, but I didn't put him, and it was too early for me to see her stuff because I looked at yours second. So you're getting credit for it, whether you did it or not.
I'll take it.
So thank you for that.
Anytime.
Anyway, so Jay Leno is set for a comeback. I've always liked Jay Leno, but I kind of didn't like him when he was up against Dave, even though I liked him, because I was really a Dave Letterman fan. And let's see if she eats in it. She's just not liking that pizza.
No.
What are you doing? Maybe she's trying to watch her weight. Her girlish little figure.
I mean, she had cheeseburgers and chicken and French fries.
Yeah, what about me? I didn't see you give me any.
Hi, sweet girl.
All right. So anyway, it says here the comedian plans to proceed Sunday night with a scheduled show for the first time since suffering the serious burns to his face and his hands earlier this month. And he's 72. Well, he should be up there in a match with Steamboat. 72, performing at South California Comedy and Magic Club in Hermosa Beach for a sold-out show Sunday night. I wonder what kind of money he gets. What kind of money do you think he gets? I would imagine he gets pretty good change because he's been in business forever.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that, by the way.
I have it recorded.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, I have it recorded. I started watching it, but...
It's a new Jeff, to tell you what I'm talking about, it's a new Jeff Dunham special that came out on Comedy Central.
I want to see it.
It's pretty good.
But I don't have Comedy Central.
I have it recorded.
Come on.
Don't expect to see Ahmed. Just going to tell you. Tell him up front, yes. Hi, puppy. Get down, pup.
Come on.
So,
Come here.
hey, does Tony work tomorrow night?
Yes.
Come here, pup.
Okay, Ashley. Since now you have your own wheels, him and Tony are both working tomorrow night, so we can down and we'll watch it.
Come here. Come here.
Okay.
What?
The Jeff Dunham special that was on the other night.
Oh,
Here.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I have it recorded.
Okay.
Really?
She's saying, that's my chair. It's my chair. It's my chair.
Yeah, look good.
Puppy.
I got your tail.
Come here,
Funny
Cheyenne.
dog. You are funny.
What?
Come here, Cheyenne.
She must be full or something.
She is full. She's been eating all day.
Sit down.
Get down, pup.
Come here.
Boy, this will teach me not to go to the bathroom.
Come here. Come here.
Yeah.
Come here. She said, I'm not getting down.
I'm not stupid. She goes, I'm not stupid.
Well, I understand. Normally she gets
I know.
down, but it's like...
She's saying, get your own chair. This is
I
mine.
have to do the rest of the show remote?
Yep.
You want to call in? You can call in.
Come on.
Wagging her damn tail, too.
She's funny.
Damn it.
She's a funny dog.
She's like, what?
She said, hey, get away from me. Get away from me. That's what she's saying. She's saying, I get this chair. You don't get it anymore.
You know, you hold the show up just for this. Come on.
Come on, Cheyenne.
She's funny.
There you go.
You never getting hurt.
Oh, she's funny.
Yeah, you never getting Ashley.
That's because Ashley never gets out 2 or 3 times a show.
When she has gotten out, she has done that.
Hi, sweet
She took
girl.
Ashley's chair a couple times.
Hi, sweet girl.
She never.
Hi, sweet girl.
You know, she never got.
Just not when he's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's my girl?
Before we get back into it, I have a question for you, Mike.
No.
It's a interesting question. You know.
The answer is 42.
42? No, can't be 42. It's too expensive. You know, when we first started, all three of us, this show this year, you know, we had one car, the garage, as I would say. Now there's 3 cars in the garage. Actually, 4 cars in the garage because Christine's there. I want to know how much you charge for parking.
Good question. I was going to bring that up, but...
Why are you asking?
I want to know, you know, because I don't want to get behind in my bills here.
Well, you paid the pizza, so I'll let you go this week.
Okay, all right.
And he's been giving you all the stories, or most of them.
That's
anyway.
true. You've been working pretty hard. I can't really charge you too much because
I try and do my job.
saved a lot of my.
I at least try and do my job.
You've saved me a lot of time.
Yeah.
And so, we'll have to check with the board.
Yeah.
So, what are you shaking your head with?
Nothing.
Listen. The board has asked me to help, and I'm coming to help. So I think that should.
And I just get it because I've been here longer than you both to put together.
Your grandfather Claus did.
Yeah, I'm John Clauston.
That's what I was just gonna say.
All right. All right, so I saved a couple stories for you to be here. So
Well, thank you.
I didn't. This next one is all about. I think you will understand. Actually, you were the one that gave me it, but I saw it before.
Okay.
And I had read it before.
A lot of the ones I do give you see. But
Well, yeah, this one I actually was going to do, but then I thought, well, should I not? And then I thought about it, and then, see, the reason I wanted to do this was not because of the story, but was because of the comments in the story.
Yeah.
And I thought that was interesting, and I'll tell you, do you know which one I'm talking about?
I'm not really sure because I send you so much. I mean, sometimes it's at 1 o'clock in the morning, sometimes it's 10 o'clock in the morning. So.
Well, this was a Sharon Stone one. Sharon Stone posted a topless on her Instagram.
Yes.
Now the reason I wasn't gonna put this in at first because I thought, no one really cares about this. Then I read at the bottom some people's comments, and you could tell they're millennials. And I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah.
First off, you don't see anything. Okay, it's not that type of thing. But and she's 64 years old. And she wore this really nice bikini or something, whatever you want to call it. And
swimsuit.
And that woman looked pretty darn good for 64. I mean, she looked good for 24 in my eyes. But the thing that I found interesting was that somebody said in the comments, let me see if it's down here. Yeah, I don't know if it was in this one or if it was in... no. The comments that I read was, I don't see anything big. I don't see anything good about... Oh, I know what it is. I got to go to her Instagram. That's what I got to do. Let me see if we can get that up here. Okay, so there's the picture, okay?
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, you and I think it's, it is what it is. And, let's see here. I don't see, okay. You're still a gorgeous woman. Thank you, Sharon. amazing after all these years. Well, there was a comment down here. You could tell it was by a millennial saying, "That's no big deal." This woman is 64 years old. I've seen women that are 24 that can't look that good. And I'm telling you that when you pick on a girl for her age, I mean, you could tell that person never saw that movie that she was, where she exposed her beaver on camera and stuff, and didn't realize this was the hottest woman in the world for how many years. She just was unbelievable, and I wish I could find that actual comment because it really cracked me up. Because
well, see, millennials are only interested in, I'm going to say, celebrities of their own generation.
Well, I understand that.
They don't understand, like, I mean, you could say she was our generation because she's close to our age, but still, you know.
How do I get comments on here? What do I, like, I'm looking for, how do I get the comments to pop up?
Does it say?
It just has these couple. I don't see any other.
What about the 3 dots up in the top corner? No.
No. I just would have liked to have shown you some of the these are different comments from yesterday because obviously it's another day. Actually, it says one day. So this would have been over the weekend that I saw it, and you know, I just wondered if.
Can you click on her name and maybe?
I don't know.
And look through the
because like I said, that she's definitely. I mean, she definitely kept her looks. Not. I don't know where it is, but the comments that I was reading was like, she's not all that.
Well, right there's the picture.
Okay. So here we. Oh, here we go. There we go. You're still gorgeous. Thank you, Sharon. Blah, blah, blah. Still looking good. Appreciate your picture. Thank you for okay. Okay, that... Can I... Oh, here we go. Okay, I can't do it yet. Okay. Let's see here. Appreciate your picture. Thank you. Forgive you for Catwoman now. That looks amazing. Hope you'll soon get well from COVID. I didn't know she had COVID. Still beautiful at her young looking age. I love you, Sharon. She's rocking. Well, at 64, Queen. Come on, give me some more. Give me some more. Oh, is this a? Well, maybe that's where I have to. Oh, here's some more. Not bad. But she ain't all that hot. That was the one that caught my eye.
That's just.
I'm thinking, okay, you must be like 20, because that woman is definitely. Oh, this guy has 68 followers, so I'm sure he's going to be influencing a lot of people. To her, she has 282,000 likes. Who knows how many people are following?
Probably just somebody trying to start drama.
Well, I mean, if you're a 24-year-old, you're saying, I don't understand why you like her, because you never saw her at her peak, and you're not supposed to like her because she would be your great-grandmother, you know. But I thought that was a very good picture, and it definitely shows that she takes care of herself. So, and she can afford to do that, but I just thought it was really...
Hey, I don't care if she's my great-grandmother or grandmother or whatever.
Well, she wouldn't be, though. She would be in your age range there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It would be okay. Sharon Stone, come say hello.
Sharon, I feel your stone.
Yeah, exactly.
You make me feel like a stone.
Is that or Sharon want to feel my stone?
Well, that's right. I've got a few rocks here for you.
Sharon want to feel my stone. Okay.
Anyway, I thought that was interesting that somebody had something bad to say about that. And even if you felt that way, why would you even say that? Why don't you just let the woman alone? Why does anybody have to be a hater? I just don't get it. I just don't. People are just idiots.
Because they're just that way. They can't be happy unless they're causing trouble.
I guess. And personally, you figure, let me tell you something. She's got more money. She doesn't have anything to prove to anybody.
Exactly.
You know, she doesn't have to be everybody's favorite. And it's kind of like me. I have a few people that don't like me. Most people think I'm sexy and great. Mm-hmm. And I just take it and thank you very much. And the people that don't, the haters, they're out there. And most of the haters, most of them are haters, but they don't hate me for me. They hate me for what I look like, because they just want to be me.
Your sister said it best. Trolls.
Trolls, yes, trolls. So, anyway. I found that really interesting because I saw that the other day and I said, why? And I wasn't going to put it on, but you sent it to me and I thought, you know what, I'm going to rethink that because it's not, I put it on for a different reason because it is eye candy, but the real reason is that there's always haters. And that kid, I would think, would have been, he's probably 24, 25, 12, whatever.
Who doesn't know.
And he doesn't realize that she was the world's hottest woman at one point. Now that changes on a daily basis with all the women that are out there. The hottest women that a lot of us guys think of the hottest woman is the one that's in front of them. Because we're all pigs. So, anyway.
Oink, oink.
Yeah. Okay. Jimmy Valiant, you sent me this one.
Yes.
So, tell me what it is. I remember, but I wanted to.
They are starting their own TV production.
That's right. Yeah, that's what it was. And that's kind of cool because we went down there for fun because he invited us down there and. And Jimmy Valiant is a cool guy, and no matter how you look at it, the guy's done a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And he was very successful at his job, and in fact, he's in some of those territories of. It's funny watching him on some of those territories. The best one was Polynesian, because that's all what the Young Rock is. So you love that one because actually, are you caught up on Young Rock?
No.
Are you this season?
I've got a puppy to take care of.
Are you at Lars?
No.
Shoot. Can't talk about that then. You saw season 2 though, right?
I think so.
You saw where she got arrested?
Maybe I'm not.
Where the grandmother got arrested?
No, that I'm not.
Oh, jeez, girl, catch up on things.
No, I gotta wait. I'm putting this on my list. Hold on.
Jesus Christ, the list is 2,000 miles long, too.
Did you watch Karate Kid?
Yes.
All of it?
Yes.
You're caught up?
No,
oh.
She's not caught up.
I am, you're not.
You guys are messing me up here.
So I guess it's going to be one of those, okay, I'll go to the movies without her. She'll watch the movies on her screen when she's supposed to be working. Okay.
You don't know what I do when I'm at work.
Oh, I know what you do when you're at work.
Miss my dog.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Anyway, so Jimmy Valiant.
Thank you, Jim.
Jimmy Valiant is going to. Hey, she's still on the. I thought she would have left by now.
No.
I mean, she was here early. She was here a day early.
She wanted to make sure she didn't miss you, Mike.
I appreciate that. So anyway, all right. So anyway, the $1 Million Man's putting together his own at his compound, right?
Yes.
His own TV show at his compound, and I guess they're going to do weekly episodes, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cool.
Now, if you haven't been to the school,
it's a cool place.
It really is.
He's got a Hall of Fame.
History.
Hall of Fame there.
Mm-hmm.
And he has all kinds of relics there, robes and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of history. I really would like to go back.
Yeah, it was cool. I like that place. So, all right.
But somebody has to work on Sundays, so I guess that was just a road trip.
I don't.
It's 5 hours.
It's funny how she keeps on mentioning that I have to work, but when I come home with $100 in my pocket and she gets 40 of it, she don't bitch about it, does she?
Wow, that sounds good.
Ask me that tomorrow when his paycheck hits.
Okay. I'll do that.
Yeah, then it's like, okay, how much of that you want?
95%.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Guess what?
You got bills, honey.
You got bills. You got paid. I mean, you got bills.
Yeah, who's been paying for this dog? And then, wait a minute, she made a deal with me saying all my...
Stop it!
Wait a minute, she made a deal with me saying all my tips would be mine, and when I got my paycheck, I would pay her with the paycheck. Okay? Yeah.
This must be a sensitive spot here.
Well. That worked out real well. Ask me how much I got in my tips left.
How much you get your tips left?
$40.
Okay, sounds good.
No, it's not.
Oh, sounds bad.
There that I for a whole week I got over $250 in tips.
I wish I had tips. I don't have an income yet. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta do these two, and then I'll do.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, this one here was really strange, but you sent me this one. Odell Beckham.
Probably.
Junior.
I don't. Oh yeah. I send you stuff, and I don't remember I sent it.
That's okay.
Yeah, then it's like I said it to. She goes, I already said it to Mike.
Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't.
It's okay. I still can.
Yeah, so it's like,
I did.
It's like, you know what? I
haven't quite understood. I didn't read this whole way through. So can you?
Well, basically, it looked like he was going to pass out.
Okay.
Okay, and they didn't want him on the plane. They felt he should get off the plane, and he wasn't going to do it. So
he passed out before the plane took off?
Before the plane took off.
They should just thrown him off
but he wouldn't leave. So what they had to do was they had to deboard everybody else on the plane, because they said, look, if you don't do this, we have to deboard everybody because, whatever the situation was, they didn't want the other people around. So once everybody else was off the plane, then he got off and they could load back up and go.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was really weird because I'm thinking, if he's that sick, and if they just call an ambulance and then, knock him out, take him off the plane and go. But, it was crazy. But I thought it was weird because to unload a whole plane of people just because one didn't want to get off.
That's really strange. So then they actually did take him off the plane.
Yeah, he did get off, yeah.
Because everyone else was off.
Yep.
Oh, man. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why people are so selfish like that. I'm really surprised that he doesn't have his own plane.
It was probably in the hangar.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's funny.
That's just, I don't really know a lot about him. I don't know. I just don't understand why, like, in a situation like that, you're holding up the whole plane because of one person.
Exactly.
This one was one that, oh, you did send me this. I thought I found this on my own. Statue of Elon Musk's head on the body of a goat.
Yep.
Delivered to the Tesla factory in Texas. I think somebody doesn't like him. You get that strange feeling?
Goat, greatest of all times.
Yeah, but I doubt that was what they were doing. I think it was probably, maybe that.
That's the way I took it.
Yeah, well, really? I took it as somebody thinking he wasn't,
Statue of Elon Musk's head on the body. What's the rest of? Hold on, until you're done there.
Yeah, well,
on the body of the greatest of all times, delivered.
I think Elon's got his issues, but I think overall, if you take someone and compare him to Elon, take a look at what they've done for the country or for the world, and take a look at what he's done for the world, and compare them, and they really have nothing to complain about. But
I say Elon Musk for president.
Yeah. It says here the creators of the Elon Goat cryptocurrency reportedly paid $600,000 for the statue to be built. The statue is Musk's head on the body of a goat riding a rocket. Okay, so at least I guess it's a good thing, but they could use that $600,000 for something better, like, paying off my car or something. I don't know. Why was the statue made? We built the Elon Musk monument on the back of a semi-trailer in honor of his many accomplishments. Okay, so they did do it as a They didn't do it as a. I thought they did it for.
Not a cut. But see, greatest of all times, I told you.
I don't know. I think he's a cool guy, though. And so, I don't know. All right, so let's see. Then the next thing.
Yeah, usually anything that says Elon Musk, I don't even look. I just send it to you.
Yeah, I try to, say
one of these
things.
times it's going to say he's dead, and I'm going to send it to you. You're going to be like, no, he's alive.
Okay, the next story is kind of. I told you about the story before we went on the air. So back in the 2006-ish or 2005, we had Teddy Hart on the show.
Yes.
And Teddy Hart was, he's a loose cannon, is the best way I can say. And he was weird when he was on the show because him and Court Bauer were on the show, and Court Bauer owned MLW, and I think he still does own MLW. He worked for WWE for a while. Court Bauer does. Now, Teddy Hart was the youngest person ever to be signed to a WWE contract.
Yeah.
He was also the youngest person to be fired from WWE. So that shows his volatility. So when he was on the show, I remember him being pretty volatile even on the show, but I didn't know if it was an act or if that was really who he was.
Didn't get in there this time, buddy.
And it turns out that I believe that that's the way he really is. He's really weird and really, he's a dangerous man when it comes right down to it. A lot of people want to be around him because he is one of the Hart people, and he's probably the only, other than Natty Neidhart, the only wrestling member of the Hart family. And so it turns out this guy started this project in 2012, I think it was, and he was an aspiring filmmaker, and he just wanted to do a film about independent wrestling. And then he ran across Teddy Hart, and he thought, oh, okay, well, maybe this will be good. He couldn't find an angle that he was going to do. What's the movie going to be about? What's the show going to be about? So he started following Teddy, and Teddy invited him, and Teddy thought he was going to have his own little reality TV show. So the guy was thinking, this could be an interesting reality TV show, because he raises Persian cats.
Oh,
he juggles Persian cats. He has this wrestling school in this mansion up in I believe Calgary, and he makes money off of the wrestling school and off the Persian cat sales and off wrestling. And as you would expect, him being Teddy Hart, he's living off the Hart legacy. He's getting bookings he may not have gotten normally and all that. And he is a good wrestler. There's no one going to say, I'm not going to say that he's not a good wrestler. He's a really good wrestler. He does crazy stuff that nobody else did, or nobody else does. And, he just, well, it turned out that this is a lot. As the first of the 3 episodes, as it went, the first episode gave you a lot of background of why this guy's doing this documentary, wanting to do a documentary on independent wrestling, but it formed into now Teddy Hart. And the reason it turned into this is he thought, well, Teddy was an interesting guy, and he tried to bring his character out on this movie, trying to get him to do the different, promos and stuff, because he couldn't find that fine line between Teddy Hart, the wrestler, and Teddy Hart, the person. He was trying to find who that person is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it turns out that Teddy Hart doesn't even really know that there's a difference. And it turned out that Teddy Hart ended up being, at the end of the first episode, he's being wanted by the Royal Mounted Canadian Police for abusing his girlfriends with a Z. He had 2 girlfriends that he apparently had a polygamy thing going on. And as the girls, when they were there for the shooting, everything seemed okay. Well, then he finds out when he woke up one day, and all of a sudden there was an announcement that they were looking for him for this, holding these women against their will. He raped these women, and
do you think they're trying to get money off that name?
I'm only through the first episode, but So anyway, he caught up with him because Teddy kind of flew to the United States, so he didn't get caught, and all this stuff, and was living with a girl in Texas, a wrestling girl.
Wow.
And they decided, and after some convincing, he decided to turn himself in. So at the end of the first episode, he turns himself in, and he finds out that the girl he was living with in Texas
is really a guy.
Is claiming the same stuff.
Oh.
Not in front of Teddy, but behind. But I guess they're all afraid of him. But they're afraid of, why would women? I mean, they must believe that he has all that star power. He does have a certain amount of star power, but probably think that they're going to get further in the business if they are nice to him. But they don't realize that he doesn't have any power when it comes down to the whole thing, and they aren't interested in this girl from Texas that you don't know. They're interested in Teddy because of his name. Anyway, so as it ends up, he's being arrested in the first episode, and that's as far as I got. Now, one thing I want to tell you is that if you're interested in this thing, it's not a wrestling story. It's really a story about this guy who's a psychopath, who's really a dangerous man. And I know he caused Court Bauer all kinds of trouble, and it was funny because they kept Court Bauer and fired Teddy, and then Court Bauer is, I think he's not there anymore, but he was a writer for the WWE for a while. So anyway, if you want to watch the thing and you have access to Peacock Network, it's called Dangerous Breed. So this is the Teddy Hart of today, and it's really, really, really weird, bizarre stuff. It says it's entitled Dangerous Breed: Crimes, Cons, Cats. And Peacock's offering the series as, with a promotional text. A filmmaker spends years documenting controversial wrestler and cat breeder Teddy Hart, but the project is thrown into chaos when Teddy is accused of wrongdoing. As Teddy defends himself, his protege and ex-girlfriend Samantha Fiddler disappears. Now in episode 2, supposedly that's where Samantha Fiddler shows up, because I've not seen her so far. So it's just really interesting because the documenter is doing commentary through this thing, and I would hate to spend 10 years of my life to find out you can't even get anybody, because the people that wanted the documentary once Teddy got in trouble all of a sudden didn't want the documentary now, so it was a waste of the documentator's resources. Yeah. And I mean, he said that he was borrowing money from his parents and stuff to keep the project going because he wasn't making money for 10 years. So just is kind of weird. And it says here, here we got his real name. It says Fiddler was a 29-year-old aspiring wrestler and mother of 3 children who's been missing since November 19th, 2016. Hart has not been charged with Fiddler's disappearance, which has become a cold case. Hart, whose real name is Edward Anus, well, that makes sense.
Anus.
Nope, Anus. That makes sense. Is a member of the Hart family wrestling dynasty, founded by his grandfather, Stu Hart. His uncles include Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Davey Boy Smith, and Jim Neidhart. Hart was signed with the WWE when he was 18 years old, the youngest wrestler to have a contract with the promotion, and but he was dropped several years later when he did not appear on WWE's main roster. He later appeared in several independent promotions, but later focused on running a cat breeding business. Hart has experienced multiple run-ins with the law, both in the U.S. and his native Canada, including a 2014 arrest on multiple sexual assault charges involving 2 women. The charges were dropped in 2016, and a 2020 arrest for allegedly assaulting his then-girlfriend, wrestler Maria Maniac. He has been the subject of a 2009 documentary, A Heart Still Pounding, and it says here, Hart has not wrestled since MLW dropped him in 2019, and he reportedly made inquiries about rejoining that promotion. However, the Wrestling Observer newsletter reported that MLW has no interest in returning Hart to its roster. So, like I said, this documentary is not about wrestling, independent wrestling. It's about a criminal, which he is, obviously. So I just think it's really interesting how this thing started out as one thing, and it ended up being totally a different thing when it was all said and done. And like I said, when we interviewed him back then, he wanted to do, if you remember, he wanted to do a weekly segment. And I just can't imagine. I can't imagine what kind of train wreck that would have been. But the thing is, he's not smart enough to cover up for things, because he does stupid things and gets in trouble for them.
So he's not smarter than a fifth grader?
Oh, I don't think so. He does some outstanding, crazy moves in the ring, but what it comes down to is that he's a dangerous guy. And I mean, I don't know how else to explain it to you other than what that was all about. And that just is, I don't know. I just really feel bad for the women, but I feel like the women should have known better, because he's got a track record now. And if you really think he's something special, you know, I don't know what to tell you, because these women should be smarter than that, and don't let the idea of fame cloud your judgment, because it could kill you in his case. So anyway, I never hit send, did I? Oh, there it is. Tweet.
Rockin' Robin, tweet.
All right.
Tweetly-dee.
So we got that.
Let me cover my ears. Oh, wait a minute. They are covered with the headphones.
Okay. And lastly, if you want to see my diabetes commercial that I submitted to somebody today.
Yes, this I want to see.
Okay.
As somebody who has it.
Yeah, well, I don't, and so I don't know what I'm doing, and I just need to get it up there. Whoop, there we are. Just hold on. That's it.
Yep. Well, I can tell you that my blood sugar numbers are coming back down to where they're supposed to be.
Well, that's good.
Yep. I mean, they're not out of control like they were, but we're getting things moving in the right direction again.
What do you think of the acting, though?
Very good.
Does it seem like I have diabetes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. That's what I wanted people to think.
But, you know...
I was going to ask you, when did you get diabetes?
Oh, did you not hear? Did that not come through? Oh, it didn't come through, because it looks like... Hold on there, sorry.
Maybe if I'd have known about this, I'd have brought in my meter and test strips and all that.
Play it again. I gotta play it again, because I think the sound was off for it. Did the sound not come through with the trailer today? I'm wondering if that also... I thought it was set up right. Let me see what's going on here. I gotta see if this thing is okay. Now, I think this needs to be on. Check 1, 2. Maybe it doesn't. Hold on. jeez.
What's the matter? It's not coming through?
I see something. I did it in the dark. So, Nike trash, disbitties. Disbitties. Oh boy. I shouldn't do it I shouldn't, did you hear sound that time? I think it was right that time.
Ann said the trailer had sound.
Okay, well this should have also had sound, I hope. So, I turned the sound up, so I didn't know if maybe it wasn't up high enough. But, yeah, I gotta remember to fix the name of the file, if I can. Oh man, when you do it at the last second. Like, I was having problems with my editor today, and I was having problems with my computer today, and I was just not sure what was going on. Oh, really? It didn't come through again?
Wow.
Huh. Well, that's strange. I gotta see this.
This time she won't get in my chair.
So you're not hearing that? That's really strange. That's really strange. I don't know why that would be not working. Alright, well, we need to figure that out. Because this is the
meter
that should be working, and it was working. But we had that problem before where I didn't understand why. Oh, wonder if it's not up. No, it's up over there. So it should be running. Super quiet, but not loud enough to hear. Huh. That's weird because it's pegging all the stupid things. Oh, wait. Maybe this is it. What's that? Maybe this is... Oh, let's mute if it's off. I don't know what to do about that. That's kind of weird, because it should have actually... should have been good.
Living with diabetes has been very difficult. Since I got diabetes, test my blood sugar. Started living on I was shy. I tried to change my lifestyle. To be honest, I was just too much, too fast. I could never stick with it. Keeping my blood sugar consistent was my biggest struggle.
I wonder what the difference... I don't know. Alright, well, I gotta figure that out for next time. So, I don't know what the problem was. Just kind of weird. Maybe I could... I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I have to figure that out for next time. Anyway, alright, so that's that. Then we got... Let's see. We lost Michael again.
Where do you think he went?
Bathroom.
Yep.
Well, maybe not. Alright, here we go. Alright, this is weird, but there's a town in Pennsylvania called...
Come on. No.
The race is on.
The race is on and heading down the banks.
The heat is on. Alright. So anyway, there's a town in Pennsylvania called Gasland.
Oh, jeez.
Did you ever hear of it?
No.
Okay, the reason it's called Gasland is that there's gas in the water.
Ooh. And
they just ran a pipe to clean it, to run them clean water.
What county is that in?
It's near New York. It's like 10, 20 miles outside of New York. But it's been a big thing. We never talked about it, but it's a big thing, especially if you're from that area. Let's see, I gotta turn this down because it's really loud. Oh, I know how to turn it down. Turn it down there. Okay, there we go. Anyway, it's been a big deal in this town because they've gone a long time, I think 14 years, without clean water. So they had to bring in their water because they couldn't use the water that is supplied to them by the town. They just recently have that fixed. So a new water line will will deliver something that residents of rural Pennsylvania community have gone without for the last 14 years, a clean, reliable supply of drinking water. After a public utility on Tuesday released the first details of a plan to mitigate the damage that a gas driller is charged with causing. The tiny crossroads of northeastern Pennsylvania, about 15 miles from New York's state line, drew national notoriety after residents were filmed lighting their tap water on fire in the Emmy Award-winning 2010 documentary Gasland. Pennsylvania American Water said it plans to drill 2 wells, what it calls a public groundwater system, and build a treatment plant that will remove any contaminants from water before piping it to 20 homes in Dimock, the site of one of the most notorious pollution cases. So at this point they have, think about this, they're going to have one for wastewater and one for drinking water. Now if the wastewater were to catch fire, it could make, talk about extra emissions from your gas. Like if you have farts, you would explode in the toilet. Anyway, it took them a long time to fix it. Pennsylvania American Water is pleased to have the opportunity to partner with the Attorney General's office to develop a safe drinking water solution for residents of Dimock, who, like most of us, deserve access to clean, safe, reliable, and affordable drinking water. Dimock residents were briefed on the plan Monday night after a meeting with Pennsylvania American Water and high-level officials in the State Attorney General's office, which is pursuing criminal charges against the drilling company blamed for polluting Dimock's aquifer. I don't know what that aquifer. I'm sorry, aquifer. I wasn't drinking. Anyway, that'd be a terrible thing.
Aquifer, not to be confused with ossifer.
Anyway, that'd be devastating if you were to, I drink the groundwater here. It wouldn't be a good thing if it was contaminated with gasoline. So, but anyway, that's just a...
I gave up drinking the tap water at home. That's why we get the bottles, the big 5-gallon bottles, which, by the way, we have to get the other 2.
Oh, by the way, when were you going to tell me that I found out last night from asking Tony and looking, actually, that 2 of the ones were gone?
I said that whenever we were at the store.
All right. Let's see. Next. This was an interesting one that you sent me about the golden retriever. Now, I never knew this, so this is important to talk about for Thanksgiving, especially. You don't feed don't let your golden retriever eat your raw bread, or your. Stop this! I'm tired of this. So this golden retriever decided he was going to have his own little Thanksgiving treat. Thanksgiving is a great day to be a dog if you're looking for some tasty food scraps. There's actually a lot of activity in the kitchen. Folks are walking around with plates, dropping food, and there's always someone who had too much wine that will love to give the dog a few treats. However, your dog's innocent Thanksgiving snacking could be hazardous for its health. The Pet Poison Helpline shared a story from Tennessee that's a great reminder to be careful of what your dogs eat, especially during the hectic holiday season. Do you want to guess what the dog ate?
The rolls.
It was in there, wasn't it?
No, I saw the picture.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, yes, it was the rolls. So here's what happened. It says here the Pet Poison Helpline shared a story from Tennessee, and last Thanksgiving, Pippa, a playful golden retriever from Knoxville, had a scare after eating 6 unbaked rolls. Had to go to the emergency room.
Yep.
Yeah.
I never would have ever even
I would have
imagine.
never guessed rolls. I mean,
I
there's
never.
a lot of other stuff I never would have
But
guessed rolls.
it makes
but
sense.
then again, it was unbaked. If they were
Right.
baked, yeah. So, yeah, I understand it. So
Said I'd left a dozen unbaked rolls on the kitchen counter to rise, covering them with a towel. Pippa's pet parent said in a statement, when I went to put them in the oven, I found half of them were gone. I didn't know, I knew I didn't eat them, but it took me a while to figure out what happened. It didn't occur to me that Pippa would be interested in bread dough. And it says here she started noticing Pippa acting strangely, and Pippa was acting very sleepy, yeah, that's it, which is unusual for her. Normally she's running around when company is over. Once I figured out that she must have eaten the rolls, I called the pet poison helpline, and we discussed what and how much Pippa had eaten. They instructed me to take her to the veterinary hospital. After calling PPH, Collins took Pippa to the local veterinary emergency hospital and found out Pippa's belly was distended, meaning that the dough had expanded. The vet tried to prevent the unbaked rolls from rising any further by feeding Pippa ice chips to lower the temperature of her stomach. If the rolls continue to rise, that could cause a fatal stomach torsion. I would have never in my wildest dreams thought of anything like this.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I saw that, and there's two reasons why I sent it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the golden retriever. Obviously, I had a golden retriever. Plus, I think it's awareness for other people out there, even though Thanksgiving has already passed, that to be aware.
Any holiday for that
Well,
matter.
that's what I'm saying.
Anytime.
Christmas is coming up, and they use the rolls too. So it's a matter of beware that where you put your stuff, and luckily we have a smaller sized dog that's not going to get on the table or jump on the table
Hello,
or jump
have
on
you
the
met
counter.
them?
But it's something that we know, first of all, be aware of, don't feed your dog uncooked food, period. I think is the main thing here is don't, feed them uncooked food or your dog uncooked food.
Well, I got to tell you something. What's that thing that's in turkey that makes you sleepy?
Tryptophan.
Okay. It doesn't work on Bear. Because we gave him a little bit of turkey on Thanksgiving, and he started running around like a crazy puppy. It's like it almost seemed like it gave him more energy.
For the viewers and Mike and all this, first of all, you got to realize, Bear's a little child, a baby, okay, a puppy, okay. This dog has no sense of time at this point.
Nope.
Okay, so he's up, not at the right times when we're sleeping. Has to go to the bathroom twice at night. So you have to get up there and there at this point. So, I'm not saying it's a hassle, but this dog will all of a sudden during the day plop down and fall asleep, and then all of a sudden, wake up and he's like a jackrabbit. I mean, he's like you, Mike. Now we've said he's like you. We've given him about 4 names now. We've given him about 4 names. We named him the Jackrabbit.
He's so cute as ever.
The Jackrabbit. We've named him
Skippy.
Say it again.
Skippy.
Yeah, Skippy.
You called him Hoppy this morning.
Yeah, Hoppy, and then there's the
Little
Muchas
shit.
Gracias Taco Bell dog. So I mean, we have a few of them now.
Now I have a question about all this.
Go ahead.
What names are you calling me?
Well, when you do your wrestling, we have, like I said, you have all those wrestling names, and then you have, the names that begin with the beginning of the show. So I mean, there's names that begin the show and stuff like that. So it's, we haven't. Don't worry, we haven't called you.
What names do you call me? That's my question.
No, we haven't gone there yet.
It's getting real deep in here now.
Yep, we haven't gone there yet. So,
and you're right, Ann. I mean, we shouldn't be feeding him human food. But like on Thursday, it was just a little bit of turkey, and he saw everybody else, and he just wanted to too. So, I thought, well, we'll see how it goes. We know he likes sausage. We know he likes pepperoni. He has become a pepperoni thief.
Yeah, so when I bring home the pepperoni pizzas, we got to watch it now. Yeah. Somebody may not get the pepperoni before I get the pizza home to her.
What is going on here?
So.
But it's, just having him has been amazing.
Well,
I don't know about amazing is the word. I would say adventure. Definitely, definitely an adventure. That's what I would say it is. It has been. I've never had, as an adult, never had a puppy. I've always had a grown dog. So it's an adventure for me. I've had one growing up, my parents still, but I didn't have the ability or responsibility, I should say, to take care of it at that point. But now, it's my responsibility, or one of my responsibilities when someone's not home. So it's like, okay,
He's just jealous because Bear bonded with me better than him.
I understand that.
Well, the thing of it is, it's like, first of all, if you counted the times or minutes or hours or days that Bear's been with me and then Bear's been with her, of course she's going to bond with someone who he's been with around. Just like, the dogs wanted Mary when they were there because they've been around them.
Yeah, but wait a minute. I've been around him longer than I have you.
Yeah, I know. Because it's called that four-letter word that you don't mind when I hand you money.
Give me.
Yeah.
Four-letter word?
Called mine, M-I-N-E.
Yeah. It's like, okay, when I hand her the extra money, because she goes, I don't have any money for lunch. Here's $20, that I get out of my tips. And it's like,
hey, I don't have any money for lunch.
Neither do I.
You have a boyfriend that your sugar daddy.
I don't.
No, well, she has a sugar daddy now, so let the sugar daddy pay for it.
But yet, I hear this, he does come over to see me for lunch once in a while when he's off. Today he didn't because he overslept. And I'm thinking, how can you oversleep with a puppy? Easy. You get the puppy to go to sleep.
Oh, yeah. That thing went to sleep and it was like, okay.
Yes, but I'm trying to get him not to have his days and nights mixed up.
Nap when the puppy naps. Isn't that the thing?
Exactly,
Isn't that the rule? Nap when the puppy naps.
I like it when I come home
sleeps.
10 or 11 o'clock at night and they're both sound asleep snoring, okay? And it's like she doesn't wake up, he doesn't wake up, and I'm, I got food and everything, so I'm eating my dinner and everything like that. Finally, she wakes up.
And then the dog wakes up.
And then the dog wakes up, and she goes, well, he has to go potty. He lays back down. And she goes, well, he has to go potty. I don't think he has to go potty if he laid back down. So she takes him, put him on the pad, and then he goes. So it's like, okay, I guess he did have to go potty, but it's like...
If you've read what I've read, when they're playing or they're done playing, when they eat and when they get up from sleeping, you automatically take them out. Mm-hmm. It's not like we have a doggy door that, he can't go in and out on his own.
Or just call Ashley.
Yeah, it's
call Ashley.
Now, come on, you have to admit, the only time I really ask you to take care of Bear at night is when you come home from work at either 10:30 or 11. Then I get up at 2 or 3, whatever time he gets up again. I'm up with him before I leave for work, and I feed him then. And then it's like, come on, I have to make sure you're up because I have to go to work.
All right. Why are traffic signs, highway signs, green?
I know the answer, so I can't say.
Why are they green?
I gave him the article.
Oh, you mean the exit signs?
Well,
any signs that are green in Pennsylvania. Why are they green?
Probably has to do with color blindness.
No, I think I read it a long time ago and I don't remember.
You don't retain much, do you?
Nope. Then concussions.
All right, it's neither of those. Well, neither of those. Why are signs green? Well, it's because it talks about highway signs are a... Hold on here. I want to do this part first before I forget. Because I didn't know either. I
didn't know until I read the article.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
But, it's Pennsylvania, so... right.
Well, you have red stops, like your stop signs are red.
But that's
you have your
everywhere.
yellow caution sign. So why not have green and match a traffic light?
That's right.
Hold on.
That's
Let me
not it,
think.
though.
Let me think. Isn't it to guide you?
No.
Help guide you?
Okay, take a look at this picture here. Notice, and this is all in LA, but same basic idea. It's not just Pennsylvania. It has to do with the signs and the mountains in the background being a greenish color.
Oh.
I think it's stupid, but it says here highway signs are ubiquitous. It should be an ubiquitous part of America's infrastructure iconography. I don't know. The U.S. highway shields are probably the most well-known mass-produced piece of aluminum in the country. However, the countless green signs that dot every thoroughway are a subtle staple for millions of journeys, from daily commutes to holiday road trips. These provide all the information necessary for Xfinity to get my way, such as the upcoming exits and the mileage for further flung destinations. Also, the design of these signs are largely the same since the creation of the interstate highway system. Yet, why was green chosen? According to the Arizona Department of Transportation, green was used because it's a cool color. The sign's green background tends to blend in with the greens, blues, and browns of the natural landscape, while also providing a great contrasting surface for white text. So it blends in enough to be considered part of the scenery, but sticks out enough to notice it when you need it. The explanation from Arizona.
Well, then what happens when you miss your exit?
You complain. The standard for green guide signs from the Manual on Uniform Traffic Devices, MUTCD. Where are they? MUTC well, that's just TD. There's no CD. Anyway, the first edition of the MUTCD was published in 1935 by the American Association of State Highway Officials.
The C is part of traffic.
Yeah, well, that's stupid. It's not really. A standard body consisting of representatives of every state Department of Transportation. The initial manual was primarily focused on road markings, black on yellow background warning signs, and black on white background regulatory signs across the country. There was no standard guide for signs, as long-distance road travel still wasn't as ordinary as we find it today. Travelers were expected to use route markers and their own maps. Oh yeah, remember when we used maps?
What? What are they?
Yeah, I remember using maps when we were going to wrestling events in 2003.
I remember MapQuest.
I remember, hey, I think we're supposed to turn there.
That was MapQuest.
Yeah. It was funny. I was like, well, your job is to follow the map. My job is to drive. You're supposed to tell me we were supposed to turn there. You were supposed to tell me that.
Did I ever tell you I couldn't read a map?
Well, you knew how to pass the exits.
Hey, that takes practice and talent.
I liked it when the first GPS was not accurate. Back in the days when they had CDs, or my first pocket PC, where your maps aren't auto-updating. Nowadays they use the satellite that gives you current maps, but back then your maps were already downloaded. So you'd be going down the highway, and if they had construction on there, that exit may not be there anymore. Because there were a couple times we went and we were supposed to get off the exit that wasn't there. So.
Or how many times did you for your PDA and it had the Aussie voice? Oh, jeez. You have reached your destination.
Yeah.
That's all right. The other day I was using my GPS, and it helps to put in the right address.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I got there, and it goes, you have reached your destination. I'm looking around, and there's a big field. And then I look on my address to make sure I have the right address. I was at the wrong address because I put in the wrong address. I put in the right address, and of course, it wasn't any better because it told me I had arrived, and it was very dark, and the driveway was hidden.
Neat.
So I was like, okay. Luckily, you people gave me $7 for a tip because I would have been pissed.
So I just got a message from my movie thing. We're going to we're going to be having a poker night from our guy in the ICE prison.
Oh.
Basically, we need you to show up and be energetic and talkative while having a good time. 6:30 p.m. on Thursday. Easy $100.
Can you be energetic?
I don't know.
For $100, you better be.
I'll be myself.
Okay.
Boring. I can be energetic. I'll be there. All right, so I need to say I will be there.
You got it, dude.
Is tequila the reason why you missed the turns?
No.
No. There was no tequila
I
there.
didn't drink back then.
What do you mean, you drink now?
I already informed.
Really?
Socially.
Wow.
I already informed Dr. Moore that she will be clipping Bear's nails when she comes, and she has no problem with that. That son of a gun has sharp nails already.
I see.
No, you're just a baby when it comes to that.
Oh, excuse me. Well, let him.
I do.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you let him play with your nipples?
Oh no, that's too old his own.
A little young, isn't he? Shouldn't he be a little older?
The son of a gun, I'm laying in bed, and all of a sudden he'll take his paw and, scratch me, and unfortunately he scratched on top and not in the stomach, and it's like, okay, so, I have to tell him, though, those are not your mothers. The mother's in, Ohio, so.
By the way, you know that I don't know if you know this. They have THC that you can put on you that are like helps with pain.
Mm-hmm. Like pain patches.
Yeah. Well, it's like a liquid.
Mm-hmm.
Close your ears. It's, okay, you can pull them apart.
Oh.
Yeah, I know you didn't hear that.
What?
Yeah. I could have just done this. It could be just turn you down. Anyway, it works really well. So, what? You didn't hear that. Remember?
Just by the look on your face, I want to say Crest toothpaste.
Yeah. Well, it's like that, yes. Except it's more.
Oh.
So, anyway, it also costs more, too. Anyway, so we did that. All right. Got that. I hope none of you heard that on the air. You were supposed to be covering your ears. Oh, this was freaky. You sent me this one. This was the snake.
Oh.
Huge python drags boy 5 into the pool and coils around him.
Yeah.
That would be freaky as anything.
Oh.
Yep.
That's what Teddy should have done. Teddy should have gave a python to the girls to keep them in line.
I saw that, and I was like, holy cow. Oh.
Yeah,
that's not what I wanted to do.
That's really freaky to think about those. Man, a 5, and the fact that the kid was 5. I mean, it's one thing if it's an adult, and scary enough if it's an adult. But imagine your kid at 5. Man, talk about trauma.
We took Bear into Petco the other day, and as we were getting checked out, one of the girls in there had one of the little snakes all around her arm, and I'm like, get it away from me.
Yeah,
I was like, nope. I'm like, Bear, don't look.
Yeah, it was weird. It says here, a huge python dragged a 5-year-old into a swimming pool in Australia and curled around him. Now, in Australia, would the thing curl counterclockwise or
He'd go down under.
It says Bo Blake had been walking near a pool at his home in Byron Bay, South Wales, New South Wales, when a 9-foot carpet python slithered from the garden and bit his leg. The snake, 3 times the size of the boy, dragged him into the pool and began coiling around his leg. It says here, pythons are non-venomous, meaning bites are not fatal, but their teeth can inflict painful injury. I started kicking.
Snake's a snake.
I started kicking back on the lounge and just started to enjoy a 10. Would you imagine being that little kid? I mean, I would freak out. First off, the snake is huge and is wrapped around your leg. I mean, you figure a 5-year-old, he's.
But if his parents were teaching him not to be afraid, he probably didn't think anything of it.
I don't know. I don't care who you are. If you're going to be afraid of a snake that big. Because when we had the one in the sunroom, which I never saw because Pam got rid of it in a garbage can, and she took pictures of it. That thing, that wasn't a python, but that was only 12 feet tall, or 10 feet long or something like that, maybe 12 feet. But that was, and imagine what a python could be a lot bigger than that.
Hey, I don't care what kind of a snake it is.
That's a little too much. It says the boy's grandfather, 76-year-old Alan Blake, it says instantly jumped into the pool after his grandson. Once the boy was out of the pool, the snake was unlatched from his leg. His father told the news, and he grabbed the snake close to the head, squeezed, and pulled. The incident must have been scary to the parents. I bet you the kid was even more scared than that. Whew. I don't know, man. I'd be all freaking out about that. And here's one that says, whole alligator found inside this Burmese python. Could you imagine eating an alligator? That's pretty gutsy for this snake to swallow a whole alligator. So, I don't know. It was quite a freak occurrence. Unprovoked python bites on humans are extremely rare. It says we're well outside the size range of their normal prey. Bites usually occur because the snake feels threatened and lacking any limbs. The only spells defense wrong. The only means of defense they have is to bite. It's newsworthy because it's so uncommon. The boy escaped the incident with only minor injuries but was taken to the nearby hospital. Pythons have thin, recurved teeth designed to grip into furry and feather prey. They tend to just leave a lot of little holes if you've been bitten. But if you can pull away, they can cause more damage. Yeah, you could, from the teeth. Ooh, I'm telling you, that would be freaky.
Thank you.
And to think that would be your kid, I'd be saying, I guess we can have another kid. I'm not going near that. I remember going snake searching when I was younger, when I was real young. My older brother he was a moron. He loved the snake. He loved to capture snakes. And he would try to talk me into going out in the woods, and I'm like, I don't have any interest in snakes. And I remember in 3rd grade, for show and tell, I had him come in with a snake to show the class that we hunted for snakes, and we were showing the snake, and it bit me, and it was holding on to me, and I'm like,
no, thank you.
That was not a pleasant thing, and truly it didn't show me as a very tough guy, because I'm thinking about this snake eating my arm.
Well, I think there are pictures somewhere of a snake on your chest at a wrestling show.
I remember that.
So do I.
That was kind of crazy.
Every time that bag moves, I went the other direction.
Yes, I had a giant snake on my chest. And, that was a time I'd like to, he says, amazing, see you then. I hope I don't have to spend my $100 on the poker. So I'm getting $100 just to play play poker and be on this film. And I figure I can get another credit on that, and there's a couple other things I have in the works. I'm just wondering when they're going to happen, but just kind of interesting, and I really want to step it up for 2023. Somehow I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do to make things happen. But I got a couple things in the works with Vital Idol, and I redid the script. I did it with current information. I haven't written in the new part about Ken yet.
Right.
But it's ready to be distributed. I'll distribute it as it is, but I'll probably change it for if I get things going. So we're going to go through it and read it out loud, Christine and I. And but I'm pretty happy with it. I set it up the way it's supposed to be formatted, because I didn't know how it was supposed to be formatted, and now I've got experience with formatted scripts because I've seen enough of them that I knew how to do it. So it's really cool. I'm really happy with the outcome of it. And I found there's one thing I have to change. My lawyer says you have $100 left in your account minus the $30 for the taxi fee or something like that. And then later on, about 6 lines later, he goes, "Do you know how much money you have in your account?" And I'm thinking, "You dummy, what was I thinking?" But I got to change that yet, but it's kind of cool. Anyway, next thing. This is interesting. Golfers take a swing at helping war dogs find homes. You would be interested in this because you're always talking about helping those military people that have helped us all so much.
Didn't I send you this one?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And that was the one reason why I sent it, because I figured Trish didn't know I sent it, and she would be interested.
And she didn't send it.
Nope.
So.
Because I didn't see it.
Yep.
Of course, I never Google golf either, and so all these...
Well, neither do we.
Yeah, it just happened to come up, and I was like, okay, has to do with veterans, let's go for it.
I kind of thought it was interesting. It says they were relentless, fearless, loyal warriors, keeping the nation and military safe by sniffing out bombs, and tackling terrorists. I kill you. These four-legged fighters were so good at their jobs. Bounties were sometimes placed on their heads.
Boundaries too.
Boundaries too, yes. And when the war dogs returned from combat, just like the service members, they worked alongside. They come with mental health, with health issues and post-traumatic. Did you see the movie Dog? You got to see it. You got to see. I know you would like that movie. It's about a service dog.
Okay.
And an ex-service person. Well, it starts out with. Do you remember? That's another thing. Do you remember Magic Mike? The guy that was in charge, the head guy of that. I can't remember his name. Magic Mike.
Michael Myers?
No, Magic Mike. He did the dancing thing. He was Magic. You know who? I can't think of it. Who was it? He played. Come on, I need somebody to tell me.
Channing Tatum?
Yes, Channing Tatum. So he plays a war vet who comes back, and he doesn't want to come back. He wants to go back to war, and they won't let him back to war because he has PTSD. And so he keeps trying to come back and re-enlist, and they won't let him re-enlist. But they give him a duty. He's got to take this dog from here to California or something like that. And he's like, I don't want to be with a dog. What am I going to do with a dog? And they tell him that the dog was a military dog. And he's like, all right, fine. And he and the dog did not get along the whole time, the whole trip. Anyway, when he gets to the place to drop the dog off, they find out that the dog's going to be reassigned to someone. And the person, I don't know, I forget the whole story, but anyway, he ends up stealing the dog because he doesn't think that the dog's going to be taken care of. It was kind of a really cute movie, and you want to cry, and it's really a good movie. So I encourage anyone that is into dogs and military people to see that movie because it was really well done. It says, unlike their human counterparts, and they have no health insurance. Of course not. And that's partly why Mission Canine and Warrior Dog Foundation exist, to raise money to help pay the expenses as well as help place their dogs in comfortable, peaceful, loving homes for the remainder of their lives. You know what? That's a good thing. I like that. I really like that there's something that does that takes the military dogs and puts, because those dogs are trained. And man, I would take a dog like that, because I'm out in the middle of nowhere until like the 4th of July when everyone's shooting off their guns. But that would be cool to have a dog like that. So anyway, it was good. I really like the fact that they're doing this thing. So all right. Anyway, next.
Plus, it helps keep.
Huh?
I thought he said X. I was going to say X marks the spot.
I have no idea what you're talking
I
about.
don't know either. What
I thought you said X. And I said X marks the spot.
Oh, I don't know if I did or not. I might have. All right. What did you say?
Well, it also helps keep the dogs out of shelters.
Yes, that's the thing. I mean, I feel bad for any dog that has to go to a shelter, and you know, if you take a dog like that, you're going to be protected, because that dog is going to bond with you and going to make sure that you're okay. I mean, like my dog, she just loves us, and it's really makes me so happy that I got her, because she's so happy. She like. When Christine first came along, she didn't. My dog wasn't really settled yet, and she was taking things like she wasn't supposed to. When was the last time she took something she wasn't supposed to do?
Right, that's true.
She is now away from that. She knows what she's allowed to have. She knows what she's not allowed to have, and she's really an awesome dog. She's got anxiety issues out the wazoo. And they're crazy anxiety issues, but I really love that dog. And when I look at her and she looks at me right in the eyes, and she just, you know, you can feel that. You can feel it. They're bonding. When you, like one of the things to bond with your dog, if you don't know it, is you look them right in the eye, and you spend time with looking at them in the eye.
I've been doing that with Bear. Bear actually looks at me and goes, he gives you that, hey, I understand type of look, and he goes, like today, you know, it was cold downstairs.
Right.
And I said to her, I said, I'm going to put a sweater on him, because we were downstairs, set up upstairs. And it turned out, you know, that he didn't want the sweater on him. I put it on him, he took it off. I said, all right, now, this is what we're going to do.
It's an ugly sweater time?
Yeah, well.
It's Christmas ugly sweaters?
No.
Oh, that poor dog.
Well, anyway, I turned around and I said to him, this is what we're going to do. This is how I'm going to teach him. I took him, and I put him in the crate, the carrier. He started jumping a little bit and everything, and I went around, and about 5 minutes of doing that, I went and I said to him, now, do you want to get on your, get warm and put your coat on? He looked at me like, no, I'm not ready yet. So I got him out, and he tried to put the shredder on. He wouldn't do it. I said, oh, fine, you're going to go back in there. After the third attempt, I turned around, and he looked at me, and he goes, okay, I'll put on these. I said, if you want out, you're going to put the sweater on. He put the sweater on, and he had no problems afterwards.
I just think that's insane.
His new place to lay is above our heads.
Well, that was Cheyenne's place in my couch for a while. She was laying behind my neck, and that's a big dog to lay up there on that couch. I had to teach her that she's not that kind of dog.
I get this one after I'm at work, because the shorts that I had on last night, she was curling up in those because she missed me. Or he missed me. Why do I keep saying
Yeah,
he?
Yeah. What are you? Is he a trans dog?
Trans dog.
My dog's a trans dog. She thinks she's a smaller dog than she is.
Hey, I'm an official dog mom because I have the magnet on the back of my car.
Yeah. I ain't got one. That's all right.
I haven't found one that says dog dad yet.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out.
All right. was? Oh, okay. You sent this one too. Bay Area high school football game ends with insane cheap shot.
Oh yeah, I remember this one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Well, I didn't read the full article, but it happened. I think it's the one where.
Oh, this isn't going to do it. That's not going to work. Okay.
I think it was the one where.
They took a knee or something, right?
Well, yeah, the kid. It was the game was
Here it is.
over.
Here's the final.
The game was over. Okay, and the one team didn't need to score, didn't need to do anything, and they already
won. It's 41-15.
Oh, wow.
And Windsor was taking a knee to end the game.
Yeah, they took the knee, and the other team blasted them like, hey, we're good. We don't give a shit. We're gonna kill you. Hit you like normal, and that's what they did.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Huh? Well, that's what I'm saying.
They
did finally get that, but it was like there was no need for it.
The thing is, it's like it's kind of like. This is the opposite of the participation trophy. The thing is, if you're there to play a game, play the game.
Yep.
I don't know. Anyway, it says here. Wait a minute. Let's see. There are cheap shots, and then there's this. During a Bay Area high school football game on Friday, a player from the College Park High School in Pleasant Hill leveled Windsor High School's quarterback Tyler Swanson during a kneel down at the end of the 41-15 blowout. Swanson was attempting to run out the clock, but the College Park defensive player broke in a full sprint and launched himself at Swanson's neck area while he was on the ground. Swanson sustained a head injury, but seems to have avoided anything serious. So,
it almost sounds like what Aaron Rodgers does when the Packers lose.
The thing is, if you take a knee, they shouldn't be attacking them.
No.
That's what it comes down to. That is unsportsman's conduct. I believe that if they took a knee and I don't know. I just think it's a shame that there's. But here it says about it says here this is the second time College Park has made its headlines for the wrong reason. In fact, College Park coach Travis Rossetti was returning to the sideline on Friday after serving a 2-game suspension for running up the score in an 84-0.
Holy!
See, the thing is, if you're okay, I do believe you shouldn't be suspended for running the score up. If the other team is that bad, so be it. They shouldn't be on the score. They shouldn't be on the football team or on the score. They shouldn't be on the
league.
Well, they can be in the league.
In the football league. Yeah.
But the thing is, you shouldn't be suspended because you're doing too good. That's the thing. It's one of those things. Why are you suspending someone for being that good? I don't know. If they aren't good enough to play in the league, they shouldn't be playing in the league. The thing is, you're teaching the people to be good athletes. So, I don't know.
Instead of athletic supporters?
Go ahead. I know you're going to disagree with me now. I want to hear it. Go ahead.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I can't remember where I saw the story, but there was a football team that there was a kid, I believe, with Down syndrome.
You saw it on Facebook.
Yeah, I know. I saw it on Facebook. He had Down syndrome, and his wish was to play in a game and get a touchdown.
Okay.
Well, I don't remember where exactly it was, but this team said, okay, his high school's like, okay, come on, get dressed. Here's this. Here's a uniform. Put it on, and the other football team knew about it happening. The coaches had talked, and they let the last play of the game, I think it was, because they were winning. They were down by 1 touchdown, I think. And anyways, they let this kid come onto the field, take the ball, and go to the touchdown to win the game.
I found it. And I'm trying to see where it says.
Is that a new article?
No.
I read it somewhere and I can't remember.
He was
Well, it wasn't the article I was talking about.
Well, I mean,
Vesta Hill football team.
so the kid that
had Down syndrome wished to play football.
right, but did it count? It didn't count in the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It won
And why-
them the game.
Why would?
To make his wish come true.
Yeah, but was the team that they were playing was okay with?
Yeah. They all ran with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand letting a kid have his dream, but not at the expense of a team.
But they knew it was over.
But it wasn't over because you said that he ran and won the game. That it wasn't over until he did that. So that means they ran the clock out, and that means that the poor other team.
I just sent you the link.
Well, that's not going to help me. Or maybe it is. Let me see. I guess it is because I guess I can go here. I don't understand why. I mean, athletes are taught to be winners, and I understand that this world is just getting crazier. If I'm on the team, I want to win.
Yeah, but they're also thinking of somebody else who wants to play who really can't play like they do.
I don't have a problem pretending he's getting the win, but if you want to beat me, you better beat me, I'm not going to just let you run and get there. I don't care if you have Down syndrome or not. If I'm in a game for winning, that could be the difference between me making the playoffs and not making the playoffs.
Well, I'm proud of the way the kids handled this.
I would be proud if if that's what they want. I would want to win. Winning is everything in football.
I'm sorry.
Who do you think you are, Andy Feinberg?
I'm sorry. I disagree with that. And I used to coach baseball. And I used to coach basketball and stuff like that. The biggest thing we teach the kids, it's not how you, whether you win or lose. It's how you play the game and sportsmanship. And
winning.
I'm sorry. It's
it's winning.
We always used to teach them. We always used to teach them that if you had good sportsmanship, you would win the game. And
No way, because somebody had to lose because of that.
Well, the good example of is that when I was in high school, my junior year, we went. Junior year we went to States, and we played Altoona, and Altoona beat us by a couple of points. Well, we stood there on the court, and we said, next year, we're coming back. We're going to play Altoona. We're going to kick their ass. Following year, in our senior year, we played Altoona again. And it was almost like a lopsided game because it was going back and forth until the last 3 minutes of the game. And our team came back, and basically we beat them.
Now, okay, so let's talk about that. You came back, and then the other team says, hey, we have someone that's autistic that we want to have that gets to score. That makes you lose.
Well,
if it was a blowout, they probably knew.
But these weren't a blowout. These were within.
These weren't a blowout.
This one was
it
right.
Came down to, I think they beat us by 2 points or 1 point the first year, and we beat them by 2 points.
Let me see if that is how it was, because if I'm not mistaken, these were neck and neck. Were they neck and neck?
I don't know if it says it or not.
Let's see. It says here, everyone. Wait, is this this article? Yeah, okay. I wanted to make sure I'm reading the right article. Everyone gets excited when they see their home team make a good play or score big, but nobody was prepared for the massive reaction when high school football player Jake Pratt, received in response to his first touchdown. Jake, a man with Down syndrome. Okay, I don't have any problem with, by the way, I don't have any problem with doing this if it doesn't make a difference between, if they were neck and neck and this made a difference whether or not one team won or lost.
I agree with that. If you're down by, like say 3 points or something, and then it's
if there's no way you could win that game.
Yeah, if there was a way that you had an opportunity to win that game, and those 3 points or touchdown made a difference. Obviously I would have been upset. And saying,
that's what I'm saying.
He has Down syndrome, but
if
it was a blowout, it's a difference.
Right. If
it wouldn't have made a difference.
If there was no way that other team could win, then they gave up that last thing. This game was an exception, but the games were created to be won or lost on the ability. Thank you. So if there was no way that they could win, if Team B could not win no matter what because of positioning or whatever it was, okay, but there's always a chance that you could catch an interception and make the big difference. But if there's no way that even that one touchdown would make a difference, you call in Tom Brady, he does it for you, you win, boom. I don't know. Spending too much time on this because it's something that doesn't really matter to me. Okay, what's this? Oh, what's this? Oh, I closed the wrong window. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's the one.
I was going to say, I remember a clip too that they did it with cystic fibrosis.
Oh, okay. So so I looked at two different ones. The one we were talking about,
right,
was the cheap shot where they went down and they took a knee in the guy and the guy still attacked him. That is wrong.
Yeah, that's
wrong.
I'm sorry. I don't care if you couldn't win the game or it was
if they took a knee.
Yeah, if they took that exactly. If they took the knee, symbolizing they understand it's over. They that's fair play in the game.
Right. Okay.
Because they do it in professional football, so why can't they do it there?
That in that case, if they took a knee, it should have ended right there. That's what they. I mean, that's
right.
But in the case of the Down syndrome kid, they don't really talk about whether or not it made a difference, do they? Is that in there?
No.
No.
Well, that's the difference that if there's no way that the other team would have won no matter what they did, okay, then I don't care.
Right, I agree.
But if you have two teams that are neck and neck, and that one makes a difference, you bet I would not approve of it.
Well, then I could see, and I don't think the coaches would do that, even to make a young man's dream come true. I mean,
it's all nice in the fairy tale world and all that, but I just think that if you're, today's kids, I don't know, you're lucky if you get kids that care.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, all right, Rice Krispies. This is from you as well.
Thank you.
Giving away $2,000 to 25 families this Christmas.
Bullshit.
What do you mean?
I don't believe it. It's probably a scam.
Santa Claus himself will aid in the giveaway, so it can't be wrong. You got Santa Claus that's helping here. It says, Rice Krispies treats. They're looking to improve the Christmases of 25 families, according to the... Read more on the Thriller. I think this was okay, there it is. They're giving $2,000 to 25 families. It says Rice Krispies has enlisted the help of Santa Claus at Santa J. Claus on TikTok, at least. This season you'll be able to celebrate by making homemade Rice Krispie treats to share with Santa. Wow. Oh, you got to bribe him. That's realistic.
You got to bribe Santa.
That's realistic.
Like cookies aren't enough?
Ho, ho, ho.
Hey, this is 2022. Yeah, cookies aren't enough anymore.
Remember that. You got to bribe Santa.
Yeah. And put Santa in the doghouse.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a dog at least. That's the nice thing.
I was going to say, at least I have a dog that I could share it with.
I was told that if I broke up with my girlfriend, she would take my dog. That's a good reason not to break up with her.
I don't see how Cheyenne would go with it though.
Same here.
I
think she would dog
no
nap.
offense to
she would dog
your
nap her.
girlfriend, but I think she likes you a little bit more.
She better.
Well, I mean, you're the one that
I saved her life.
out of puppy jail. So.
That's right. I saved her. if it weren't for me, she'd be up the creek without a whatever it is that
Paddle.
dogs have, without a dog bone.
Without a doggy paddle.
So.
Without the dog paddle. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, let's see here. All right, there we go. Anyway, so yeah, there's your chance to win 2,000 big ones. Walt Disney. What are they introducing? Oh wait, I may not do that one. Let's see here. How much time we got? Okay, so I'm gonna try to use my time right because I got a couple that are really good. This one's sad. Test drive outside a car dealership, but then a tragedy happened.
Ooh.
Hey, that looks like a giant supercharger.
Yeah, it does.
It's a Nissan sign, but
Oh.
looks like a giant supercharger. So this guy here, basically this guy was test driving a new car. He was in his 70s. And right at the end of the test drive, let's see, how old was he? He was 76. Says according to the Polk County Sheriff's Office, a 76-year-old passenger on a test drive was killed outside a Nissan dealership. The Sheriff's Office says the driver is 86. An 86-year-old man who had turned into the path of an oncoming car just as he was returning to the dealer. So the 86-year-old driver killed
the 76-year-old.
The 76-year-old. The crash happened on Saturday, and
so then whose insurance is going to cover the medical bills?
Well, he's dead.
Oh yeah. Well, then the funeral.
Well, I think he's got a problem. Well, he doesn't have a problem. He's dead. It's really a shame. The driver was 86. He turned into the path of a oncoming car and ended up killing a 76-year-old passenger.
Wow.
Well,
on the test drive.
it's almost similar. Over a year ago, somebody and I were driving in Denver, and a kid hit a older gentleman and banged off of him and banged right into us and pushed us back into another vehicle, and that was scary. And luckily everybody walked away from it, but it was scary seeing that car come straight at you and you cannot do nothing.
No.
And it was totally scary, and I think we both still have nightmares of that, and because I see every time I know I do, because every time a car doesn't look like it's going to stop, I cringe, and one time I beeped the horn at the person, and they looked at me like, "What the heck you doing?" It's like, dude, if you've been in my spot, you'd be beeping that horn too, because you didn't look like you were going to stop.
Yep.
And sometimes they don't. It's like they come up to that stop sign, and they're barely stopping, and they go a little bit out of that stop sign. So.
Yeah, it says that according to the investigators, Clifford Worm was about to return the 2023 Rogue SUV and made a left turn in front of oncoming traffic. The driver was unharmed. The two share the same address, but their relationship's unclear. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's kind of strange.
Well, I'll tell you, that accident, Michael, that you were talking about, to watch it, like, all I saw was this car coming through, and I'm thinking, he's not going to stop and he's going to hit that guy. I never dreamed that the kid would bounce off and hit us until the grill was right there, and I'm like, oh, shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't think so either at that time, and I was like, and first of all, our first reaction was when he went through the red light, and that older gentleman started moving, and he hit him, and I said, oh shit, and then the next thing I knew, I saw him coming straight towards us, and like I said, we had no chance to get out of the way.
There's been a couple times that I've beeped the horn at people because I see them coming, not stopping. I've done it with you many times.
Yeah.
I know that.
Because you don't know if they just don't see us. You know, it happens.
Jennifer says, "Okay, peeps, I'm tired after drinking lavender hot chocolate. You all have a great night. Let's do wings soon."
Love you, Jen, and I agree. We need to
Good
do
night,
wings soon.
Jen. But lavender hot chocolate sounds really good.
Yeah, the problem is...
I'll see. I'll talk to the board, see if we can get it.
Sucks to be
Sucks to be
you.
me, right, I guess.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah, but then again, I can always pull off a, well, you know what? I think I'll ask for Thursday off.
And that'll be the
someone-
Thursday we don't do wings.
Yeah, it's funny how this person goes to me, "Oh, we're having our company dinner, Christmas dinner. Can you get off?" "Oh, sure, I can get off." You know what day it is? One of the busiest days that I make money, Friday.
You don't have to go. I'll take Ashley.
Yeah, too late. I already asked for it off.
Wait, what day is it?
Too late. Too late.
Friday the 16th.
Too late.
We may go a little later this year instead of. I usually do the first 2 weeks. We might go the third week too, if you guys are into it, because.
Well, it's
I'm still not sure that I'll be doing it, but I'm thinking I might go another week because I'm trying to upgrade some of the equipment, and I'll use that for a test. So.
The following week we have a little special occasion too that I'm definitely not missing too, even though it's on a Friday.
The following week?
The following.
You mean 2 weeks?
Okay. Okay.
I have no idea what you're talking
about
about.
the 16th, and I said the following week after the 16th, which I didn't put in the after
It's
the
the
16th.
23rd.
Okay. We have something going on too.
Okay.
No, we don't. If you're thinking what I think you're thinking, it's the 29th.
And then I asked for the wrong day off.
Oh,
You
no.
sent me the 26th.
Well, let me look.
Jesus.
Okay. Anyway. What's next? Okay. A mom who went missing in Tennessee is found
They finally saw her.
in a crashed car 550 miles away.
Ooh.
So this woman died 550 miles away from her home. So the question is, what was she doing there? And what did she crash from, and where was she going? This is where we should do a new game. Let's make up what she was doing and why she was...
She was having an affair.
Okay, well, that's the easy way. I think she was going for hot chocolate, and she just took a wrong turn, you know? Make it fun. Don't make it dead. I mean, don't make it, like, obvious. She was probably cheating on her family, but this could be a new game that could be interesting, and we could have fun with it. Have fun with her death.
Okay, she was following her husband, who was going to see his mistress's husband.
Wow, we know where her mind is. All right, Ashley, do you have a reason why she was 550 miles away? I said she went out for a hot chocolate. She got lost. She took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Do you remember Bugs Bunny used to say that?
Her Tesla took her the wrong way.
Her Tesla took her the wrong way. Well, let's see what she was driving. Do you have a... What's your...
Okay, that is the 29th.
Okay.
Okay, so I asked for the wrong day off. Thank you.
Okay, so...
All right. Anyway, my answer is something medically happened, like a seizure, and she...
It's too serious. It's supposed to be funny. You aren't listening to the game rules. You're supposed to make up a reason.
No, he had to prove that he was right.
Okay, well, the game is...
No, I had to prove that I was right.
The game is...
for once.
The game is... The game is... Why was she 550 miles away from her...
She got high and didn't know where she was going. All right, that's
okay,
funny.
good. That's good.
There you go.
Jeez.
Yes, I'm sorry, it is the 29th.
So I got to change it.
Yes.
Christine has the winning answer.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Ann just put one. She got caught up in a mini twister that transported her there. She didn't have her seatbelt on. That's what. All right, I have to give it to Ann because I second place though goes to Christine because she bounced back to an earlier story, which really gives her.
That's tough.
I like them both. They blew all of ours out of the water. They know how to play this game better than we do. I really didn't expect that.
Your sister must have been watching The Wizard of Oz.
I like that. I like both of them. Oh man. Okay, let's give a tie. I'm giving it a tie.
Can it be a tie?
Yeah. And that's greasing up the board, you know.
Yeah.
Don't irritate the board. No, I love both of those. That's good. I didn't think we'd have any participation that was that good. I should have known better, though. But that's good. Maybe we can do it with another one. Let me look here.
Ann said I almost said Christine's.
Ann and I are
sharing the win.
Well, they probably share the same brain, I think. They both are knowing me very well, so I got to be careful with both of them. Let's see here. Oh, you'll love this. This is a good one. This one's not funny. Well, this one's cute. Dog steals the show during couple's wedding dance.
Aww.
This is actually
that
cute.
Would be Bear.
This is really cute.
I saw that one and
did
I
you?
thought about, I did. Yeah,
you did give it to me. Actually, you did.
I did send you this one because I saw it.
Yes, you did.
I saw that and I was like, dog,
here's the
and
dog.
I was thinking that would be Bear or that would be Cheyenne.
That would be Cheyenne for sure.
Yep, that would definitely Cheyenne.
There we go. So here they are dancing, and the dog's like, "Come on, play with me, dance with me."
Yep. And I think eventually they do or something.
That's it. The dog just kept bugging them while they were trying to do their special dance.
Christine goes, Ann and I are sharing the win. Great minds think alike, and we won. You lost, and there was no special exceptions.
All right. Well, I said you won.
And the board has spoken.
Yeah, I mean, geez, I guess I have no choice because the board voted on the board. The board voted for the board to win. So that means I got the board to vote, I guess. I don't know. All right, here's one that Trish sent me. And actually, it's kind of scary that this happened locally. This is Hershey woman scammed out of more than $90,000.
Oh, I saw this.
How did she get scammed? Do you know? Did you read it?
I did. I'm just trying to remember because I read it the other day.
Let's see. It says here, a woman from Hershey, it says, a 71-year-old woman clicked the spam message in her PayPal account. She called the phone number in the email and was told PayPal would refund her money, so she gave the scammer her bank account information. Well, that's the wrong thing to do.
I had that done with me with Apple.
Jeez. It says on November 9th, the victim received $46,000 in account. But she didn't really receive $46,000 in account, which troopers noted was not actual refund, but money was transferred from her line of credit into her checking account without her knowledge. See, this is the same scam that Kit Boga talks about all the time, where they get into your account and they transfer money and it makes it look like they gave you this money. Then they say, "Oops, we gave you too much money. Now you have to get us gift cards." And they usually
they did.
Did they do gift cards?
Yes,
I didn't read it.
I'm sorry. When I was scammed out of, I at first thought my Apple account was hacked, or not hacked, fixable, and the person came on and said, well, if you give us $100 gift card of, like, I'm going to say Amazon or something.
Yeah.
I know it was different, that
Google
we would
Play
fix your
card.
account.
Yeah.
And I did it, and they goes, well, we need to do it again, and I think I got scammed out of like $500. So.
Well, I'm glad I was telling you before we went on the air, the one that just happened to me.
Yeah.
And so I have to go to Downingtown Saturday morning to get that all straightened out. Thankfully, the girl that I talked to at the bank said that she knew right away it was a scam because it came from FEMA. And she's like, there's restrictions on this account. And I'm like,
on what account? On your... On what?
On the account that was opened at Key Bank in my name.
Oh, okay.
And I said, what kind of restrictions? Because she said the closest branch to you is Downingtown. I'm like, I've only ever been in Downingtown once. And I said, what kind of restrictions? She says it's not allowed to accept or reject any transactions. And I was like, what? She says, hold on. She put me over into the fraud unit. And I just got this really weird feeling, and I was like, the guy asked me for my social. I'm like, yeah, no.
No, never give the social.
So he's like, well, if I can't verify your identity, he says that I'm going to ask you to come to the local branch in Downingtown, and you can talk to a fraud unit there. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'll do.
Yeah. You're not going alone, are you?
It'll be Saturday morning.
Well, you're going to a bank, so you should be okay. Yeah, it's crazy.
What time are you going on Saturday?
It's Saturday morning. That's all I know at this point.
When you know, let me know. I have off. I'll go with you.
Well, all I can say is those scammers will do. They prey on the older people though a lot of times, and that's the easy prey because older people are a little more trusting than some of us, and we also know that a lot of us know that you don't give your Social Security number or don't give your account number and all that stuff. So
I can also tell you that right before I left work today, an email came around that somebody tried to bill on behalf of a hospital. And they were trying to say, well, we provided this service. It was like a year's worth of storage or record keeping or something. And they bought 3 units at $300 and some a piece, so the total bill was almost $1,000. Well, something clicked with somebody that it just didn't sit right. They did their own investigation, and they're like, there's no such place as this.
Right.
So they're like, they're saying, if anybody gets this, to know it's fake. They're out there. Christmas is coming.
Jeez.
People want to get other money, and it's like, if they have that much time on their hands that they can go digging to scam people out of money, their asses should be in jail.
Well, they should be. Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, Kit Boga revealed to me a lot of scams that I never knew about. Like this one here, the lady was thinking that they overpaid her by taking and moving money from account C to A and making it look like, oh my gosh, I got so much money.
Right.
And then she sent them money or usually gift cards, but they got her for a big amount, $45,000. And then they, after the victim sent the second amount, she realized she had been scammed, so she lost $90,000 in, And the thing is, whenever I see I get those daily. I get them daily from Geek Squad, quote unquote, and from I don't know, Geek Squad's one of them. I just it's just sad that they got to do that. They got to rip off other people to make money, but it's generally India that's doing it, and those people will live like kings and queens because they live off. My friend from India said that they can live off of $200 for probably a couple months.
Wow!
Because to them, that kind of money, they're all very poor over there. But they get greedy and they take 90 grand from this poor lady. And there's no way they're going to get that back. There's no way they can get it because they're out of the country.
Well, I can tell you that, now that I'm thinking back on the one that happened to me, I saw letters saying, there was an account opened. If you didn't do this, call. And I'm thinking, okay, it sounds like...
Do you realize that that's not even plugged in?
Who?
Oh, it is plugged in. Okay, we took the other. Okay, this one. I saw this, and I thought, wait a minute, he's not even plugged in. He was plugged in, but that's going, I guess, over there. So, it's plugged in.
You would
think I had it plugged in. I've never taken my computer on for the last week.
Okay, well, that's it.
Well, I moved it down last week.
Well, I'm just saying, I never...
By the way, I have a computer that could stay. I have 2 computers that could stay down here with big screens.
I'm all for that. I mean,
because I have them, they're not being used.
Well, I'm all for that, so I don't have to travel with my computer.
No, you wouldn't have to. You wouldn't.
That's the whole point of me getting the other one fixed, I thought. Yeah, but
Well, I mean, either way, I mean, we can.
if you have one, then yeah.
Yeah, I have one that used to be her computer. I mean, it wasn't her computer; it was my computer, but it was in her station. And if you wanted a big screen, you would have a big screen. You'd be able to see everything that I can't see on my little screen.
Is that the one I would hide behind?
Yes, but you see, he's at an angle that he could, if we put it there, still get him, and we could do one. If you wanted one, we could put the big one over there too, and I could bring one downstairs that I have upstairs. That there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I don't use it, and those are two big screens.
Next week.
I don't know about next. It depends what because I'm going to be doing that movie and stuff, so I don't know how much I'll be around. I'm supposed to have boot camp this weekend with my agency, but we'll see what happens with my other thing. But I'm excited about that. Holy cow, we're done.
Yeah.
Why didn't somebody tell me?
Because you were on a roll.
It's 10 o'clock.
You were on a roll to the dog ate.
Yeah. Let me see if there's anything else. Nothing really big. I could use that later. That could be another one. That one would be one we can't probably use later. That's the one about you and her sent me this one about Hawaiian volcano.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do that one. Because that one's not really going to...
That's the other kind of dog I like, the bounty hunter.
Lava from Hawaii's Mauna Loa volcano eruption flows out of rift zone, and it talks about the one of the 5 volcanoes to form Hawaii's Big Island is erupting for the first time in 38 years, though no evacuations have yet to be ordered. How would you like to live on Hawaii and realize that these volcanoes are erupting in your...
Well, that's what I was thinking when I sent it to you.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I knew somebody who used to live in Hawaii.
Yeah, your dad.
Yep.
Oh, yeah?
But I don't think it was on that island,
Now
though.
the question is, where's my bag? And my bag's home or no? Because it was on her chair.
Then it's probably right there.
Oh, okay. There it is. Thank you.
Quit hollering before you're hurt.
I didn't say that. I just said, where's my bag? Okay. Did I say Ashley or Mike or whatever accused me of,
You know, if you got him, went to the store and got him one, you could say, Papa has a brand new bag.
Yep.
That's a James Brown song.
Yeah, that's true.
Papa got a brand new bag.
Well, actually, if you really want to say, this is a brand new bag, because when I think I got...
I just said you had a brand new bag.
Yeah, I got a brand new bag. The thing of it is, which bag you talking about? I'm going to get in trouble. I got a ride home tonight? Okay.
Yep, you got a ride home tonight.
Yep.
So.
Problem is, though, when I get home, will I be sleeping in the same bed? That's the problem.
That's right.
That's true, so I don't know.
According to, we are going to be seeing in the next couple of weeks some new things on the show. I'm going to hopefully experiment with the telecommuting so that I can have Doug on the show a couple more times. He's in Ohio. He'd like to do a segment. And I said, what about
we can always have Mary bring him when she comes and then bring him back home in a week. But I mean,
But then we'd have to put up with him for the whole week.
No. That you would have to put up
No.
with
You and Mary would have to.
Yeah.
I'd say, I'm sorry, there's no room.
Yeah, so
anyway.
I don't even know how many dogs she's bringing this time either, so...
I don't think she's bringing any dogs.
There's no room in the inn.
Yeah, there's no room in the inn.
Yeah.
All right. I will let you guys go, and thank you for listening, and hope you had a good time, and it's time for us to do the other song, this song here. And so I will talk to you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And, be nice if I did it right. Here we go. All right, here we go. And there we go. We will talk to you soon, as soon as I figure out what I'm doing, because I certainly don't know. There we go. Full screen. And talk to you next week.
was your friend, Mom. So his car last was he my car?
I'll see yours when I walk out. Yeah, so will I.
Well, I guess it's more towards you. Do you want to come out and see them coming?
What's that?